Okay, let's pull up the stream, shall we? I'll be live. Let's see. Just wait for the boys to pop in. Let me pause this. Let me go to live chat. Just so I'm ready, you know, for someone to come in here. Yeah, what's up, Tom? What's up, Kota? What's up? What's up, PS5 Scavaliance? I don't know how you pronounce that, but maybe I'm just being dyslexic again. Who knows? One sec, chat. Let me just... I'm preparing it. Chat, I put a tier list together. I've really gone all out on my research here. I may have forgotten a lot of things, but I've got a lot... I don't even know what to do for the tiers, but I've just done peak, cinema, love to see it, nice, lol, meh, MMA moment, nah, and L. So we'll see where we go. We'll see where the night takes us, you know. Tonight's the night, so UFC 325 looking like a banger. Which one's 325? That's, is that the Falk Lopez one? If so, I don't know if I'd call it a banger, but, you know, it's got some nice fights on there. If that's the right one I'm thinking of anyway. Who do you think will beat all current champs? Who would I beat all... Oh, I mean, that's kind of a fucking long-winded question. Jesus. I mean, maybe Pantoja beats Joshua Fan. Peter Yan's going to retire not undefeated, but he's going to retire without losing from this point forward. Volkanovski will retire without losing again. This is just wishful thinking, to be honest. Ilya gives up the belt and moves up to welterweight after beating Paddy Pimblett. That's a guarantee. Makhachev, I don't even know who beats Makhachev. I don't know. I really don't. Even though none of them have any title defenses yet, I really don't know what to think who beats who, you know. Let me just move the chat here. Chat, also, did anyone see Hamzat Shamayev saying that he doesn't want to fight Imavov because they're both well, they're not both but because he's from Dagestan and they're both Muslim and stuff. And I was like, at what point do we go, we kind of need you guys to fight each other? There's got to be a line here, you know what I mean? More unemployed than last time. Well, the chat. Well, shout out to the chat because I need all of you in it right now. 326 is Max Charles. Okay, so 325 is Volkanovski Lopez too, which I wouldn't call a banger of a card. It's okay. I don't know. I feel like it's all right. I'm excited to see Dan Hooker and Saint Denis. You know what I mean? I'll be excited for Volkanovski when it happens, but you know, should have been Lerone. You know, would you pick Paddy against Ilya? I'd have to root for Paddy Pimblett, yeah. To be fair, though, Miller, that would be funny as fuck if Paddy Pimblett beat Ilya. You can't even deny it. That would be fucking hilarious, so. Lopez retires Falk. Let's not be fucking spreading this negative energy around here, you know. I hope not. I do like Lopez, especially after the silver. Hey, we'll get into that on the tier list very soon. That will definitely be coming up, but I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Anyway, moving on. J2 Handsome, what's up? I don't know, I'm kind of spottier than ever. I don't know what's going on today. There's another one just came up here, another one here. I look like shit. I don't know what... The monster withdrawals are really hitting me hard. But I give it a week, I should be all good. Maybe I need to get some vitamin D pills or something because there's no sun in England. Maybe that's it. Put Ant getting knocked the F out of Pete. It's coming up. I don't know when you want me to start chat, but I think I'll wait for more people to get in it first. We'll just kind of... we'll just get the mood going, you know what I mean? Also, if anyone wants to hit the like button, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. Not to beg or anything, but... yeah. Is McGregor DP in their tier list? Well, no, this is just 2025. So this is just everything that... I've included about, I think, 140 things. So this is a big tier list. I've definitely forgotten a few things, but this is just... I'm going off the top of my head what I can remember. I know Max versus Charles, one has to lose. Well, you never... They might get a draw, and then they both get a BMF belt. Wouldn't that be delightful? Carlos Prates, he's in the tier list for sure. He's in it 2 times, actually. Hello, Daddy. All right, we're getting a bit fucking weird already, I see. Sorry, I already read that one. Charles will win. I think Charles, I'm picking Charles, but chat bullies me whenever I fucking bring it up. And they're like, Max Holloway's going to fucking sleep him. I'm like, I don't see it. And they're like, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like, okay. Just split the BMF belt for the both of them. Or just cancel it. Just get rid of the piece of shit, you know what I mean? Although when I was going to say when, but if Charles does win the belt, can we retire it at Charles? No, there's no more bigger BMF than Charles. Also, shout out to Miller for member for 2 months. If Ulberg versus Yan and Ulberg versus Reyes aren't ranked at the bottom tier, we're right. Don't you worry, buddy. They're in the tier list. And Ulberg will be getting a lot from me. I've got a lot of shitting on Ulberg to do. But they will be coming up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've probably forgotten a few things, but you're going to have to give me credit, chat, because I've pretty much, I don't know, I've included a lot. I've got a lot in here. I don't know what I could have missed, you know. I've even got random fucking shit, but Yuri knock. It was actually a ball ache putting all of this together, but you know, we're here now. Ian Gary crawling away from Prates last round to survive. Hey, you know, but trust me, I don't forget that one. That's definitely in the mix. I've given you multiple reasons why Max beats Charles, JJ. I understand that. You're acting as Pencil. You're acting as if I'm saying Charles beats him, and that's a fact. I'm picking him. Am I not allowed to fucking pick Charles Oliveira to win a fucking fight? I get Max can win. I probably might pick him when the time comes, but as of right now, I'm going Charles. And it's not like you pick someone, so therefore there's no reason for the other guy to win. I'm going with the other guy. Hi, Tom Fan. Will the stream be available after? Should we make this a public stream, chat? Should we make this a public? I'm gonna need a lot of likes. If I'm being, we're gonna have to support the stream if you want it to be public. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Yan Winners Peak. What's up, Tats, bro? What's that? That was peak, and trust me, that's also in the. I've tried to organize it from like January to December as well. So there's a few things kind of out of place, but for the most part, it's kind of in order. Chat, do you think I should just go in order, right? That's what I'm gonna do. So DDP Hamzat worst. It's in there. We'll get to it for sure. Joshua Fan is flyweight GOAT. What timeline do we live in? Not that one. Not that one at all. Chat, by the way, why are people so mad at Demetrius Johnson for saying how he made a little joke about his win streak when Pantoja lost? I get it was probably bad timing, but people are shitting on him like he's just fucking... You'd think he fucking beat his wife, basically. The way people are talking about it, I'm like, gee, he just made a joke. Like, fucking hell. Did you include that random chat member somehow leaking your name? Oh, yeah, I did get doxxed, didn't I? No, I didn't include that. There's only one thing of me included. I included one bad prediction, just as like just to include all the whole bad JG2 shit, to be honest. Should we josh our fans? No, I wouldn't advise it. Anyway, should we start this fucking... I don't know how much longer we might as well wait here. How many people we got on here? We're getting up there. We're getting up there. But anyway, let's get this started, shall we? DJ stock down bad at the minute over the MMA Guru thing. Yeah, people got pissy with him over that. But I don't know, people have been on DJ because of his bad takes for a while now. But yeah, I don't know. Starts. All right, let's start. All right, number one is a really weird one. I'm just getting the mood going. I don't even think this happened in January, but I found this funny. So I don't think chat even knows about this. This is Bear from the Jackson podcast when he rode bikes with TJ Dillashaw and he knocked him off while having a shoulder injury. So I'm going to put this one in lull. For anyone that hasn't seen this, I thought I'd pull up the video footage of it. So this is just completely unnecessary. They're riding their bikes. Oh, sorry, let me... Okay, you just saw TJ die, but I'm kind of blocking it. All right, here we go. So Bear's just, for no reason, being a cunt. TJ has a shoulder injury, and he's just shoved him off the bike, shoulder first, into concrete, and he's bounced off the fucking concrete. And yeah, for now, I think that goes into lull. I feel like that's valid, right? I feel like that's a niche one. That's probably the most niche one on the tier list, to be fair. Bear hurt TJ worse than Aljo did. That clip's been rent-free in my head for a while. I feel like a lot of people probably haven't seen it, but karma is real. W to start. Yeah, chat, I feel like that goes low, right? That's just a funny little moment, right? Also, chat, we might have to change the actual tiers, moving on, because I haven't anticipated how these are going to go. But I think these should be okay for now. All right, number two. Anthony Smith starting his podcast. This was beginning of the year. This was the first drama of the year. This was Anthony Smith ghosting Michael Bisping after his loss. No, I think this was after... It was one of his fucking losses. I don't know. One of the 18 times he got finished. Ghost Bisping didn't want to go on the pod. Started his own podcast with some random fucking woman we've never heard of. That said she's his better half, which was weird as fuck to even say. That's a straight L. The podcast isn't even doing well. It's Anthony Smith. Shit takes. Shit content. Yeah, it is what it is. Shout out to Anthony Smith, but it's an L. That is an L right there. Love to see it. That's not love to... Chat, are you talking about that's love to see it? That's an... Chat, he gave up being on Believe You... I don't even watch Believe You Me, ever since Gomez left. But That was a good opportunity he had, and he just fucking abandoned it for no reason. Classic Anthony Smith right there. Just his own worst enemy. That's got to be an L. That has to be an L. L? Thank you, Kota. I'm glad. What do you mean peak? How the fuck is that peak? That's not peak in any way. On paper, he is the best podcaster ever. Goddamn, man. How many moments have you got to rank? There's a lot. We haven't even got to any fights yet. Which, by the way, I've still not got into a fight yet. I feel like this is a meh or lol moment. This is Aiden Ross asking Islam if there's Wi-Fi in Russia. So, yeah, we can just move on from that. I think I have the clip somewhere. Yeah, here, right here. Okay, we can... All right, you're going to have to give me a second, chat. This is not what... YouTube Shorts don't really work as well as I had hoped. But, you know, we got to pull up the receipts here. Do we have the volume, the audio?
Hopefully, man, one day we can connect. I'll come to Russia. I'll really do it.
Anytime.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to take you up on that, man.
Welcome.
Is there Wi-Fi out there in Russia?
Of course. Hey, this guy asked if Russia have Wi-Fi.
They got Wi-Fi out there.
Thank you.
All right, so Aiden Ross just being retarded. There's more of that to come. I guess that's just meh. I'm going to give that meh. I feel like that was better than I thought it would be. Meh. Yeah, I agree, chat. I didn't realize how pointless that was. Moving swiftly on. Arman Sarukian blowing his back out to impress Nina Drama. It's, in hindsight especially, that's got to be an L. That's ruined his whole career, chat, has it not? He's ruined his whole career just to fucking... Riz up Nina Drama who's pushing 40, you know what I mean? I feel like peak, that's not... MMA moment. That is either MMA... Actually, that might be MMA moment. That might be MMA moment. It's either L or MMA moment, but I don't know which one. It can't be peak. Chat, you can't just say peak. We have to get to actual peak to get to peak, you know? Biggest L, he changed it. Yeah, you know what? It ruined Islam's fight, which we're going to come up to. It ruined that. It ruined his whole career, which I don't really care for all that much, if I'm being honest. Yeah, he just fucked himself over with that one, didn't he? Oh, actually, chat, one second. I need to fix something real quick while I'm doing this. Let me just fix something because I forgot to put some settings on. Shit. 1 second. I'll literally be 1 second right here. All right, there we go. All right, I think we're good. All right, yeah, we're good. We're good. All right, let's get back to it, shall we? Anywho. Yeah, I'm going to go with L for that one, I think. MMA moment. You know what? We could come back to it. I feel like at first, if we were still in January or February, we'd be like it's an MMA moment. As of now, looking back on it, how it ruined his career, you got to give it an L. John beating his wife as peak. Maybe in 2021, but it's kind of not really relevant to this year, you know what I mean? Imagine trying to rizz up a hoe that gives it for free. Yeah, you know. Also, I'm pretty sure Pereira's kind of got it on lock at this point. So, L moment, because Islam versus Arman would have been peak. Yeah, it's just an L. It ruined an event. It ruined his career. It ruined his back. And it ruined his chances with Nina Drama, which probably would have been slim to none anyway. Well, with Alex Pereira anyway. Anyway, moving on. We've got Islam Makhachev versus Moicano. Yeah, just, you know, it was fun while it lasted, you know, Moicano at the press conference, you know, I don't give a fuck, you know, that was cool, you know, I can't afford to lose, and, yeah, he just lost, he got Darce choked, and that was kind of the end of that. Also, fuck Arman Sarukian for fucking over, meh, yeah, I agree, chat, that's a meh. That's the most meh title fight we've had all year. Actually, there's been, Juliana Peña's fought for a title this year, so never mind. Anyway, moving on, now, our first peak of the tier list. We've got there early, but we've got a peak. Umar getting fucking emoted on by Marab. Absolute cinema. Love to see it. But it goes in peak. How's it not peak? You know what I mean? That is absolute. That's the most peak of the year. Maybe not, but it's up there. You know, that's got to be top 3 peaks of the year. Beats Umar after Umar ran the whole fucking allegations that he's ducking him, rushed him into a title fight, said he's more Georgian, more man than him. There's no way he can lose to him, a better fighter, all this. Got bitched, got emoted on multiple times, and coped about a broken hand and made excuses about it, and been begging for a rematch ever since. So he's going to have to hold that L, and shout out to Marab, because that's the best thing he's ever done in my life. People forget, man, Moicano dropped Islam. I mean, he got him off balance while he was swinging at him, but, you know, we can count it as such. I wouldn't be against it. Cinema at worst. At worst, it's cinema, but it is undeniable. That is a peak. That's a peak moment of this year. We also, chat, we got to be... We also have to think peak is relevant to this year. Like, it's not like an all-time peak, but this would be an all-time peak for sure. All right. I don't know if I... Maybe the bias in me is going to say this next one's going to be peak. But I want to reserve peak for... This might be... I don't know. I don't know how chat's going to feel about this one. But this is... At lowest, this next one is love to see it. But I'm feeling cinema. But I think this is cinema right here because I'm just biased. But Yuri Prohaska versus Jamal Hill. Absolute fucking... Who doesn't love watching Yuri win? Who doesn't love hate watching Jamal Hill? So I'm thinking cinema. But I'm going to see what chat has to feel about this one. What should be cinema? I think cinema. I feel like we got to reserve peak. I'm biased to Yuri because I fucking love him to death. And yeah, cinema. All right, we're all under the love to see it. I wouldn't be opposed. I think love to see it's the lowest we can go, but I'm gonna go cinema for this one. That is just anything that is Yuri Prohaska is cinema. You know what I mean? It's either cinema or peak when it comes to Yuri Prohaska. So yeah, absolute great. I don't even hate Jamal Hill to be honest, but it's a great hate watch, especially when you're fighting Yuri. So. And what a card. We got that back-to-back, so... all right, I had to include this because we're going to get onto him with Henry Cejudo later. This is... I guess this is low. Peyton Talbot getting fraud-checked by Barcelos, getting out-wrestled by him. We'll come on to Cejudo later on through the year, but I think that goes in low, right? That's just kind of low, I guess. No way, bro, doing this live. I sure am. I am doing this live. To be fair, I couldn't really do this a video. There's so much to do. Like, I'm going to be here for like 4 fucking hours, you know what I mean? It was low for me. Man, I feel like it's low. I don't feel we could put it... That was a moment. That Peyton Talbot getting fucking fraud checked. That was a moment right there. I feel like it's low, chat. It was funny. He's getting fucking fraud checked by Barcelos. Low, he was like minus 1,300. Exactly. That was funny. I'm going to put low. I'm going to move on from it. All right, this right here. I'm thinking this is either low, but this might be MMA moment here. Dana White holding Turkey Al-Sheikh's hand. I think that's his name. I forget how to pronounce it a lot of times. I think this has to be MMA moment or low or L. It's one of the three. Chat, you might want to decide this one. I feel like it could be low. It was funny. I feel like this is the only type of shit you get in MMA. Getting that, that oil money. Ironically with Dana White of all people. Nice. That's not nice. It's not nice. It's either MMA moment or L. I'm going to go MMA moment because we got enough L's for now. It's not the biggest L because, he's getting his Middle Eastern money, I guess. MMA moment. I'm with you, chat. I'm with you on that one. All right, here we go. This is one that people forget this one, man. They forget. Paddy Pimblett having a random scrap in the gym against this random bum. I guess it's either of the three of nice, low, or meh. I guess it's kind of funny. I don't know. I got the receipts here if someone wants me to pull it up, but where is it? I don't even know if I have it, actually. Never mind. Oh, yeah, here it is. It was right here.
Speaking of Paddy, did we see the gym war, the gym beef that Paddy went to a rival gym?
Yeah, he just choked out some... All right, let me turn this shit off. I don't even know if it's copyrighted. Yeah, chokes out some random bum. So, actually, I think I might put that in there, to be honest. Nice for me. What's the criteria for MMA? Oh, MMA moment. It's just kind of... I don't know what MMA moment... I feel like just saying MMA moment, you kind of just get it, It's just kind of like only in MMA you would see this type of shit. That's peak. I'd put it in... I can see it's nice. It was just nice to see. Sure, the guy was making fun of Paddy's teammate and his dead nan, so the guy had it coming, I guess. So I'll put it in nice. All right, moving on to a big... All right, this is probably the first biggest beef we saw of the year. This is Rampage Jackson and Kevin Holland beefing. I kind of feel... It's kind of hard to judge this because there's two perspectives. I feel like this is MMA moment. I feel like in only MMA you get a legend doing a podcast with some fucking... With Kevin Holland where he's kind of making death threats on the sly. Peak? Yeah, but how do I say is it peak for who? I don't feel like this would love to see it. Chat, but you'd love to see Kevin Holland get humbled from it, but we're just talking about the beef alone. So I don't even know how I judge this. I mean, I have the clip
That's
right
what I
here. We
think.
can go
it's
through it
ego
real
pride?
quick.
That's what I think. You say you.
I don't have much of an ego.
Since we've been
Unless we're
honest.
sitting across the table, we're both shooting 45-70s, and we're trying to see who can hit the target. I don't have much of an ego.
Well,
This
I'm
guy's
just.
Do you know what a 45-70 is?
I'm just telling.
Do you know what a 45-70
I'm just
is?
telling my opinion. You gave your opinion about my temper tantrum.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you 100%.
Okay, it's an
But
opinion,
I'm just
right?
saying, like, if it's not a 45-70 that we're
Bro,
shooting,
why does he keep talking about? I forgot how much he's brought up the fucking 45-70. That's like the 4th time he said it.
across the room trying to see who hits the target, I'm not worried about it. Do you know what a 45-70 is?
No, I don't.
Okay, then shut the fuck up.
You'll tell me.
That's so. I forgot how rude he was being. Holy, that's actually fucking disrespectful as
Don't worry
fuck.
about it. Do you know what a 45-70 is?
No, I don't.
Okay, then shut the fuck up.
You'll tell me to shut the
Wow.
fuck up.
Yeah,
Because
you don't understand what a 45-70 is.
He doesn't know what a
You're talking
45
about ego. Now I'm giving you some ego.
Okay, so-
Ego's when you don't understand what a 45-70 is.
Okay, so-
that pisses me off.
That picture. Cause I don't know what a 45.
He's being such a retard. Why is he being? I forgot how much of a cunt he was being to Rampage. What the fuck is he doing? Kevin Randleman, the best striker. People forget, man. What about just meme? I guess meme is like MMA. I guess that's what MMA moment would be, right? 45-70 is a rifle round. No, I get he's talking about a gun, but like, why is he like? I forgot how annoying he was actually being at this point. Such a boy. Yeah, it's lame as
That
fuck.
my ego a little bit. What type of man are you don't know what a 45-70 is?
Because I don't know what a 45-70
Yeah, that's
is.
kind of retarded.
It's retarded.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know what a 45-70
Yeah.
is. Do you know what a 45-70 is?
I would
Yeah.
assume that it's an
Wait.
AR, some sort of
Hey,
rifle.
I assume that it's some type of gun, but do I know what a 45-70 is?
No, you should know what a 45
What is
Why?
it, Kevin? Tell
You're
us
a
what
big
it
guy.
is.
You should know what a 45
Kevin,
Why
what
should
is
I
it?
know?
I don't know how to score this chat. This is because I don't know what I'm basing. Is this from This is from Kevin Holland's perspective. Like it's an L for Kevin Holland, but I think it's MMA moment. I feel like this
What
is.
a 45-70 is?
A little bit smaller than a 50 cal.
It's a little bit smaller than 50
I mean,
cal.
probably a lot smaller than a 50 cal.
What state do I live in?
You need to live in Texas.
But what state do I live
Then
in?
you can see about that ego we're talking about.
But what state do I live in?
Sometimes.
Well, and
Because it comes to ego to fighting, I don't have much one. But
This guy's so fucking dumb. I know. And then I remember during that podcast, he said he doesn't like care how his fight was gonna go. I think he was gonna fight Derrida and then he lost. So that's just a straight L for Kevin Holland. But I think that's an MMA moment right there. And that's when like the MMA podcasts were like they were going off and they were all fucking beefing, right? Only our beloved MMA can have such retard. Yeah, that's why I feel like it's an MMA You would never get this shit in football. You wouldn't just have fucking Mohamed Salah on a podcast with Thierry Henry asking him if he knows about a 45-70. So I'm gonna go with MMA moment on that one. All right, this is I don't know how I feel about this one in hindsight. I kind of am coming around to Adesanya because I usually start to like Adesanya again when I don't hear him speak for a while. But this is Adesanya losing to Imavov. I fucking hate Imavov, so that's kind of like, I don't know. Maybe it's low because he did the whole getting eye poked. He tried to do the Alex Pereira and then he got chinned. Love to see it. Yeah, but chat, I don't. Maybe I'm biased because I hate Imavov for obvious reasons. Absolutely. I don't know. I can't chat. It's just me. I come around to Adesanya a bit once I don't hear him talk for a while, and I'm like, I kind of feel bad. But chat, if you want it in love to see it, we can put it in love to see it. I mean, it was a good finish to be fair. So, but you know what? Love to see it. Here we go. MVP beating Shara Bullet in the co-main event. Hey, you know I love my Brits, and I fucking hate Shara Bullet, the fucking scumbag. So let's put that in love to. They go back to back. Love to see it. What a great card in hindsight, right? That surprised me so much. Peak. We can't put that in peak. We have to say... let me fix my camera. Chat, you really think that's peak? I mean, if MVP, like, knocked him out brutally and got, like, some crazy highlight reel, we could put it in peak. I can't put MVP just beating Shara Bullet as peak. True, love to see it. I think these are good love to see it. What a good card that was. All right, here we go. A big moment of the year right here. Coming up. I feel like this... no, I was going to say this is cinema. But I know exactly where this is going. No one's going to know what's coming up next. This is MMA moment right here. This is the first episode of Bryce Mitchell's podcast where we know what happened. I want to refrain from actually saying what happened in case YouTube's watching me. So that is definitely MMA moment right there. I remember this podcast had like 200 views and then someone was like on Twitter, have you guys heard what Bryce Mitchell's been saying on his podcast? Shit blew up and it had like a fucking 500K the next morning. Peak. Chat, I feel like it's MMA. That is the most MMA moment you're going to get. It has to be MMA moment. We can't... Chat, it can't even be peak because he deleted the podcast and he got shitted on for it. Chat, I'm taking a stand on it. I'm all for democracy as far as the tier list goes. As far as this goes, this has to be MMA moment, chat. This has to be. This is the chat. You would not get this anywhere else but MMA. Listen, I don't mind it being peak, but like we got to put some MMA moments down. We got to. I don't know. I don't want to put it in peak. I want to reserve peak, chat. I want to reserve peak. Yeah, but it was kind of fun. It was hilarious. It was funny as fuck. But I feel weird putting it. I don't feel right. But it has to be MMA mode. I'm moving on. So I'm taking a stand on this one. We can maybe put this in peak right here. This is Quill and Salkilled knocking out Jubilee. Either cinema or peak. This is going to live long in MMA history. You know, the pride of Pakistan, Salkilled making a name for himself with this one. Deserves peak cinema. I think this is cinema. I don't know. This is historic right here. I feel like this is a historic moment we have. Do not redeem it. Family owns a bakery. That's the head kick KO one. But yeah, as far as the Jubilee one goes, I think it is cinema. Maybe we'll like look and we'll like rearrange things. But I think for now, I think that works. Knocking out Jubilee first round after he said he could beat Khabib and he had no idea what he was in for. Shout out to Salkilled right there, the pride of Pakistan. So the minority slayer himself. That was a start. It's the start of a great meme and start of a great career right here. So shout out to Salkilled. Peak should be only Pereira knocking out Ankle. No, we got Marabanu. There'll be other peaks to come. All right, here we go. Next up, Dricus Duplessis versus Strickland 2. Nah, that was just shit. That was just shit. Yeah, we got to move on from that. We could move on from that one. That one was arse. All right, I don't know how I'm going to score this one. This might go in meh. This is Henry Cejudo getting eye poked and not continuing with the Yadong fight. So I feel like this is meh. Maybe for the circumstance with the rules, it could be MMA moment, but I'm going to go with meh on that one. I'm just going to move on. All right, next up we have... I don't know why I put this in here. This is fucking weirdly niche. But McGregor spitting on a fan because he said, let's go Khabib. And yeah, he spat in his face. So I feel like this might be MMA moment or LOL or L. I'm going to just go with that's just MMA moment right there. MMA moment, that was Pakistani moment. Oh, what, the Salkilled moment? Yeah, it could be up there for sure. MMA moment. Yeah, that is MMA moment. L. It's L for the guy. I mean, I do actually have the footage right here, chat, as we can... go through it, I guess. Fan just says, let's go Khabib. McGregor pulls up on him, spits in his face, and says he won't do anything about it. So he did to be fair, McGregor did bitch him, but it is an L fucking. He did get fucking bitter about that. This is a good video. Thank you, man. I'm glad you if you think so. There is a like button to show your what you just said, I guess. But thank you, bro. Bro was brave. To be fair, I don't think he actually... You know what, chat? I've always had this theory as far as McGregor goes. If I see McGregor in public, I'm going to do everything in my power to make him punch me just so I can sue him. Does that, chat, that's some real... I think that's some real fucking... That's why, you know what? I made all those John Jones videos. I dare him to fucking run up on me because I'll fucking sue his ass for all he's got, you know? MMA moment. 100%. That is MMA moment right there. It's funny that MMA moment doesn't really mean anything, but you know what it means, you know? All right, this right here is 100% MMA moment. This is Kevin Lee getting... This is Kevin Lee getting dropped in sparring. This was a big thing when it happened. We got the footage right here. My favorite part of this is the way he runs up and he's a flying knee and gets dropped, and then the guy just walks off. Yeah, and I think Robbie Lawler comes up. I shouldn't be laughing, but like it is funny. Let's be honest. That's such an MMA moment right there. Shout out to Kevin Lee. Could have beaten Khabib back in the day. We'll put that in MMA moment. He got obliterated in the PFL fight too. Yeah, it's tough. I still like Kevin Lee, but it's tough, man. It's tough being a Kevin Lee fan, you know. Either LOL or MMA moments. Yeah, that's got to be MMA. I feel bad for putting that in LOL. I think that's got to be MMA. MMA moment is leading this so far, but I think we're going to get into the fights here. How do I'm guessing I'm going to judge this next one as a... Chat, how do we judge this? Because I fucking hate this. This is Pereira versus Ankalaev 1. Nothing against Ankalaev. I really don't mind Ankalaev, but Pereira losing... Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. You can keep all that. Take off that shirt, lol. I mean, you're going to have to drop like $2 at least, but I'm not going to be taking off my clothes. L. Now, we got to be reasonable in some way. I can't put that in L. Can we put it in L? Boring ass. It was a boring fight. That's what I'm thinking, nah. Actually, you know what? Maybe we could do this. Sucked. Does that work better for you, chat? I feel we need to distinguish. I can't even say the fucking word. Distinguish, but the difference between L and what the fuck is above it. You know. I think sucked makes better. I think that's better. Just putting it as sucked. It was boring, but not an L. It was just like, this is just lame. Just Pereira losing his belt. It's just, this is fucking depressing, you know? Yeah, that's about right. I think this works better. I think we could keep it like this. I think L's more of an individual thing, right? So, I don't even know why I included this. I might just put this in meh. But this is just Justin Gaethje winning his Fiziev fight. I think I included it for the fact that he won this fight and then he just sat out demanding a title shot. Which has somehow worked out for him. I don't know how it worked, but it's worked out for him. So, but I'm going to put it in meh. Yeah, I'm with you, Chad. I think meh as well. Also, wasn't even the fight. I mean, it was okay fight. It was a decent fight. I mean, it's a short notice Fiziev. He did what he could, you know. But same as the first fight. Like, he looked good in the first round and then just fucking gassed out. So, fun fight, but meh moment. Yeah, I'm with you, Chad. I agree. All right, here we go. This might be... All right, this has to be cinema right here. This is Rufy's knockout highlight reel on Bobby Green or King Green, or after the fight companion we did, renamed him to Queen Green. So, yeah, I think that's cinema. Not really too much to say on it. Was one of the knockouts of the year, so the fight was good though. Yeah, the Gaethje fight was good. It's just kind of like, in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's you know. I'd say since it worked out, it'd be an MMA moment. Maybe I should have included Gaethje just fucking bitching about demanding a title shot, but we can move on from it. Yeah, so that is cinema right there. That is one of the best knockouts of the year. Don't really have all that much to say about it, especially since he fell off afterwards, but, you know, we'll get to that, you know. It would be cinema, but I like Bobby Green. I like Bobby Green too when he's not trying so hard to be cool, but, you know, Queen Green. Yeah, he was Queen Green after that day. All right, here we go with the next one. I don't know how we judge this. This might be MMA moment, but this is... Bryce Mitchell making his first appearance after his first podcast on the Jackson podcast where Bear was a cunt to him and they just shut him down and were absolute dickheads to Bryce. I might just put this in sucked. I hated watching this. This was just fucking sad to see, you know. MMA moment. I think MMA moment was sucked. I feel like this sucked because Bear and Rampage were being dickheads to him. Like, he just wanted to clear his name and be like, just to clarify this. They're like, no, Bryce, you can't be fucking saying that shit. It's like, Bear, who the fuck do you think you are, buddy? Bryce would fucking murder you, buddy. What the fuck talking to fighters like that? Leave that to the MMA YouTubers to do that shit. Very sad. It was sad. Maybe I should have put a sad moment. Maybe that would have worked better, but I don't think we need it. So, do you have the clip? I don't have it lined up. But I don't want to refrain from what Bryce Mitchell has to say because it's very anti-YouTube-esque, to be honest. But we all know what was said. We all know what was said. They weren't being serious. They were being... Oh, sorry. You're saying they weren't being... Like, they're being losers or like... They were being serious, though. Bear was making a stand against Bryce Mitchell. They brought Bryce on to, like, make a political stand against him. They were trying to come out on some... they were just trying to take the moral high stand on him, you know? Say what he said. No, I don't want YouTube to take me down, you know. It just, yeah, I agree with sucked. And then following that up, as a Forrest Griffin fanboy back in the day, also sucked the very next week on the chat. If you remember this era of 2025, this is when the Jackson podcast was just falling off. We had the Bryce Mitchell incident. And then the next week, they brought on Forrest Griffin. And Forrest Griffin, for whatever reason, just decided to start the podcast by apologizing to Rampage on behalf of the white race for all that they've done. It was lame as fuck, so I'm going to put it in sucked. It was fucking horrible. Take off your shirt. Chat, it's too hot to be... it's too cold to be taken on my shirt. You're going to have to pay me like $2 at least, right? Conor McGregor lifting weights. We'll get there. We'll get there for sure. Jackson is either cinema or it sucked. Yeah, but I think... Isn't it sad? The Jackson podcast was killing it for... Like, everyone loved the Jackson podcast, and then it just fell off. It's kind of... I haven't watched it since, to be honest. Plot twist, he's not wearing any. All right, since everyone's asking me to take my top off, moving on to the next one. I don't know how we judge this, chat. This was Leon Edwards getting fucking manhandled by Sean Brady and just was an absolute embarrassment to the nation. Could be lol, could be meh, could be sucked, could be L. Maybe it's L. That's actually one of the worst L's of the year. I might put that in L, to be honest. To be honest, it's L for England. We took that was an L for England right there. It was an L for UFC London and L for Leon Edwards, one of the worst L's of the year. Love to see it. Yeah, but I'm not feeling like I loved watching that. It kind of sucked to watch as well. British bias. I mean, what's the bias? I'm saying it's we took the L that day. It was fucking horrible. Leon Edwards keeps giving us L's, you know what I mean? Aged so poorly for both of them. I mean, I can't say it aged poor. I mean, I guess it aged poorly for Brady as well, I guess. It's not really best repping a Leon Edwards win. Remember when Leon shot a takedown on Sean Brady too? Yeah, the only success he started to find on the feet, for whatever reason, shot a takedown. And you thought, oh, fuck, he doesn't even have fight IQ. Never mind. Can't spell Leon without capital L. That's actually facts right there. So, you know what? We'll bump him up to the front of the L's right there. All right, this is going to be sucks. This is Jan Blachowicz getting robbed by Carlos Ulberg for winning by spamming volume low kicks. Absolute cunt. Fuck Ulberg. Fucking hate the guy. Hate what he did to rob Jan Blachowicz. Absolutely disgusted by this. And yeah, who's with me, chat? I fucking hate Ulberg, you know? Jan got robbed. I agree. I think he should have got the win. It's fucking absolutely disgraceful. Also, when he's like 41 years of age and he's getting robbed by the 36-year-old prospect, Carlos Ulberg. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Sucks, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm with you, chat. I think it sucks. I don't want to put it in L, but who doesn't hate Ulberg? I mean, maybe some people from New Zealand. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know who even likes him, to be fair. I don't even know if Adesanya likes him anymore. I don't know. Should have been a draw. I would have taken a draw at least, but like, it's just kind of that did suck, I guess. All right, this might be... I'm going to put this in lol. This was when Rampage Jackson... This is following up from the Bryce Mitchell on the Jackson podcast. Anthony Smith on his podcast made a whole point of making it all about himself, how Rampage bullied him, and then Rampage completely crashed out about it.
I think here podcast, and I've always stayed away from the fighters because I'm different from y'all, and that's a motherfucking problem right here. Me being different from y'all. I saw this fucking post that what's his name, Anthony Smith did. I saw it this morning. It fucking pissed me off. When TJ sat right motherfucking here and said that you would never be champion and said that you fucking gave up, Bear and I fucking had your back, and that's what we were saying. Lionheart with a fucking nickname like Lionheart, not Lionheart, and you took this, I was making fun of you, and Bear and I making fun of you. Bear and I actually liked your bitch ass, but now you're a motherfucking bitch. At first I didn't say shit because I DM'd you. Because I looked at it, I could say, oh, okay, I can see how he could think that I was making fun of him too. So I DM'd
Chat, he goes on like a rant about Anthony Smith for like 3 minutes straight.
So how you doing a chicken dance, but I wasn't making fun of your bitch ass. Because I couldn't make fun of you when Khalil Roundtree pieced your motherfucking ass up how you doing a chicken dance. But I can't make fun of shit like that. Because my last motherfucking fight, I shit the bed. My fat ass, I was laying out on the motherfucking
Bro, he does this for like 3 minutes.
It's an MMA podcast, but we can fucking be a fucking champion. But it's TJ. And I make light of shit. Laughs on the motherfucking Smith motherfucker. Because you need to quit cutting the gas off. And I'm telling you, man, this shit got me pissed out. Hey, this shit got me pissed out. Hey, I'm telling you, tell the Anthony Smith motherfucker, call the motherfucker, tell me to keep my motherfucking name out of his motherfucking mouth. If I see his bitch ass, I'm gonna smack the fuck out of him. Keep my motherfucking name out of his motherfucking mouth.
Bear looks terrified. Anyway, I'll put that in low, I guess. I didn't need to spend that much time on it, I guess. But yeah, Leon, I guess Anthony Smith, that was an L for him. He got completely bitched. Anthony Smith bullying his cinema. Yeah, that's actually, you know what? That is true, actually. Maybe it is maybe I might put it in love to see it or nice. I think nice is kind of unnecessary, but you know what? Rampage Jackson crashing out on him. I'm going to put that in love to see it. I changed my mind. I'm going to change my mind. Maybe nice. Yeah, maybe actually. I don't know. It's either nice or love to see it. If I'm looking at it from that angle, but I know I'm so easily influenced by chat where to place things. Can't spell Lionheart without a capital L. That's facts. That's the only reason he could have the nickname. I'm going to put it in love to see it for now. All right, here we go. This is from one beef to another, but this one actually at a press conference this time. We have Yair Rodriguez beefing with Diego Lopez. Can't remember what they said because it was in Portuguese or Spanish or whatever the fuck they speak. I do remember one of them once they started yapping. They stopped. Let me move the cam. My bad, chat. Let me move that. I do remember one of them once they stopped speaking. One of them went... colon, and then the translator was like colon, and he was like, oh, and yeah, they just started beefing from there. I know they cropped out of the picture, but you know, you can see them pointing at each other. They're doing the Spider-Man meme, you know. I guess lol, it was funny. It was a funny moment. This is great. I love this. Yeah, it was a funny moment. Lol. I think it's lol. I do think it's lol. It's a shame. It would be a lot better had they like actually put the fight together, but I guess they, I guess not. I guess we're just gonna fucking give Diego Lopez unlimited Volkanovski. Funny enough, that's actually when he was fighting Volkanovski as well. That's crazy, bro. New shit was about to pop off. It's funny when he just went Golon, and then the translator's just like, oh. He didn't even want to translate it. I don't even know what that means. But yeah, man never leads to a fight. I think they will fight eventually. They'll probably fight. But it was funny. That's a funny moment, right? Where's Roger Jackson? We'll get there. It's all in order of the year. So, like, we will get there eventually. But, yeah, I'm going to put that in lol. I think I'm going to just put this in nice. This is Paddy Pimblett beating the fuck out of Michael Chandler. Maybe love to see it for some people. But I feel like we got to fill up some nice. It feels like Paddy Pimblett's just there. It just feels like this is the Paddy Pimblett tier right here. Okay. What about Mitchell? His comment. Yeah, we've got it in here. We've got it in MMA moment. Post the whole stream. Chat, do you want me to keep this stream public? Because I will do it, but we're going to need a lot of likes. I'm just going to be honest. We're going to need a lot of likes on the stream. I need some support over here. You're going to have to support it so it does well, at least. You know what I mean? Dana's so thirsty for a Mexican champion. Yeah, I know. So that's why he's pushing this Brazilian, man. It's crazy how that works, isn't it? J2, are you circumcised? You got to give me $2 to get that answer, at least, surely. Good ass stream. Hey, I appreciate you, fellas. I appreciate you. Do it. Chat, let me have a look what the likes are on. We need a like goal if you want me to get... maybe I should start keeping streams public, but we're going to need to be hitting some likes on these. So, chat, we're not even at 100. If we get 300 likes by the end of the stream, I'll keep it public. How about that? But we're not even at 100 yet, so. But I'm going to be here for a couple hours, so. J2, love the streams, man. Hey, I appreciate it. Chat, do you like the tier list streams? Because usually the streams, I do just yap to you guys and we just talk back and forth. I'm still reading the chat, but like, I feel like the tier list is also kind of, I don't know, I feel like you guys like the tier list streams as well, right? Get to work, boys. Yeah, hey, chat, if you want it up. Yeah, you want it up. Stand up, you're not even wearing pants. That's why my balls were stuck to my leg, I guess. Viewers too lazy. If you don't want to hit the like button, I really wouldn't blame you because I'm too lazy to ever do that shit. But I'm throwing an offer out there. It's just an offer for you guys, you know. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, you know. Tier list streams make for good engagement with chat too. That is true, they do. I don't know, I feel like chat does like them, but usually the streams are just like talking to chat and shit. But I'm still engaging with chat, so it should be fine, right? Jason, do you ever get cheese build-up in your foreskin? Who says I have any, you know? Content is content, brother. All right, chat, let's get on to the next. This right here, this has to be peak. This is Volkanovski getting his belt back. Absolute peak. I don't want to hear anything about it. You love to see it, cinema, inject it in my veins, but peak is where it goes. No way up. There's no way else about it, you know what I mean? Volkanovski, everyone loves him. If anyone doesn't love him, fuck you, you know? Chat, there must be not a single person in this chat that doesn't love Volkanovski, right? Above peak. You know what? We'll put it at number 1 of peak. Even though these aren't in order, but... Look how beautiful it is, man. Look how beautiful that fucking picture is. Look at him. He's so happy. Chat, after the fact of how he was kind of he was depressed, drinking, off the couch in the Islam fight, all depressed. Was waiting for his rematch with Ilya, doesn't get it. Gets his title fight, wins his belt back. What a beautiful bald man. I love him so much. Who hates Volk? Even Max don't hate him anymore. Even Max likes him, you know? Even when they were in the press conference recently and they were talking about the rematches. Don't bring that shit up, Volk. What the fuck? We all love Volk fans. We are all Volk fans. I'm with you, chat. I don't know what more to say about it. This was a great night. This was Volkanovski, Paddy, Chandler. This was a great card. I remember the rest of the card was really good as well. Actually. I take that back because the worst part of that card... fuck. Fuck, why did Bryce have to lose, man? Fuck, man. Fucking... So, this is Bryce Mitchell losing to Sean Silver. The most depressing part about this is... I hate Silver. But on top of that, Bryce Mitchell dropped the hardest line I've ever heard in MMA history, which I'm going to have to play it, chat. We need to remind ourselves... Bryce Mitchell was on the verge, had he won, would have had the hardest TikTok edits you could ever imagine.
Press conference, you stole is your mess.
Even Sean does the lame ass bark to the crowd. They don't even respond. And it's cringe.
I put a lot of dogs down in my day.
Why did he have to lose?
Ele disse que matou
All
um
those
cachorro.
dogs that like to come up to the
Farm.
they kill my animals. They come to harm me and my family, and they come barking. You know what they all got in common? They squeal right before they die.
Oh, why did he have to lose? No, why? Why did he have to lose? Chat, that's the hot... Chat, I've argued this with chat before. I'm sure most of you agree. That's one of the hardest fucking lines I've ever heard in my life. That's such a hard... Why did he have to lose? He could have had the hardest TikTok edits ever, man. Like, fuck. Why? Why did he have to lose that shit? Fuck's sake. And on top of that, Sean Silver kept making fun of him all the time afterwards. Fuck Silver, man. So annoying. The edits, bro. The edits would have been the best. Bro, Bryce Mitchell would have been a star just off that line and edits afterwards. You know what I mean? I mean, this kind of animal abuse. I know, nah. MMA media got on Bryce Mitchell's ass for like, this isn't the flex he thinks it is. Bro, I don't care. That was a hard line. That's a hard... Also, he's saying dogs that are attacking his family and farm. Like, they gotta... Hey, they gotta... If you're messing with Bryce Mitchell... If you're messing with the Mitchells... Hey, you gotta go, you know? Meh. It sucked. I fucking hated this. This was depressing. I just hate Sean Silver as well, so I made it even worse. I'm a pro fighter. Watch my highlights. Please search. I don't know what that is, but we can do that at the end of the stream. I don't know if you're tricking me, but we can search it up later. Denzel Freeman. Sparring set. I don't know what we're talking about here. He's talking about rabid, strayed, feral dogs. Yeah, I get where he's coming from. I know a lot of MMA media members were mad at him about it, but it was just a hard fucking line. You don't have to look too deep into it. It was a hard fucking line, you know? Even like Dustin's one didn't really make all that much sense when Islam was like, this isn't boxing. And he goes, well, you're going to sleep like it's boxing, so... If only Dustin won. Fuck! You know, these lines, like, it's so annoying. Some of the lines we could get, man. Some of the TikTok edits. But anyway, moving on from 314, I think that was. Moving on to... Oh, no, this was 314 as well. I think this is Reyes knocking out Krylov right here. Love to see it. Love to see it. I don't know if I could put it in cinema because kind of that was the last of the Reyes' run, which was glorious. But I'm going to go love to see it on that one. No one expected it. Reyes was on his run. One away. Fucking Allberg ruining that as well. Fuck, man. But we're going to put in love to see it. I'm with you, Kotav. We hate Reyes. All right, John Jones is in my chat, apparently. Love to see it. Yeah, I'm with you, chat. I think it's love to see it for sure. As of so far, you look at it like, where is this? I feel like this is up to... I think we're still in February. No, sorry. We're in March. I think this is March, right? This is around March time. As of March so far... I think there's a lot of good we've got here so far. I think this is quite an eventful year we got so far. And the most eventful that's happened so far, I'm going to put this in. How do I even judge it? How do we judge? This is Ian Gary versus Carlos Prates. But I've taken the picture of Ian Gary crawling on all fours, backing it up on Carlos Prates. So I don't know how the fuck I judge this. At that very moment, I loved watching it, but Ian Gary won. So it's kind of like, well, that sucked. I don't know how the fuck to judge this. I don't know what I'm doing. The last round, chat, do we judge this as just Ian Gary losing all his aura points at the end? You know what? Maybe we'll just put that as love to see it and move on. Ian Gary winning sucks. Yeah, it did. You know what? It does. I'm going to put it sucked. Because Carlos Prates should have followed up more. It's so fucking annoying. I'm going to put it in sucked. Actually, no, there's too much in sucked. I don't know how to judge this one. Maybe this is... You know what? This is a lull moment. I'll give it lull for now. We can move it afterwards. I think maybe that's a fitting place for now. If I'm judging it by the moment anyway. I don't think Ian had any aura to begin... That's true. That is true. But it was just... But the funny thing was, he was winning the fight clear, and then he just gets fucking hurt, and then he's on all... I've never seen a fighter on all fours crawling like Thelma from Scooby-Doo up against the fence. I've never seen it happen. Fucking unreal. Ian Gary was the first to do it, so... All right, chat, this is... how do we judge... Chat, this must be MMA moment, right? This has to be MMA moment. This is Anthony Smith losing to Shang, flipping off a fan in the crowd, and having the most fake fucking bullshit retirement package I've ever seen. I feel like it's MMA... Actually, no, it's L. This might be L. It's Anthony Smith, so maybe we put it in L, right? Peak... Chat, this is the problem with how we're judging these, though. What angle do we judge? Are we saying it's peak because how bad it was for Smith? But that was an L moment, like you lost. Also, he coped with the loss, saying, "Well, this was 5 years ago. Then I would have crawled up into a ball in the later rounds." You know, I think it's L. It is an L for Smith. It's a Smith L, which is kind of what he's known for, I guess. So it was funny. It was funny, but like it is an L as well. But maybe it's. This is the problem with some of the tiers. This could be L, or it could be MMA moment, or it could be LOL, or it could be love to see it. But actually, I'd even love to see it because the video package it annoyed all of us. So I'm going to put it in L. It was just kind of an L fucking event, really. But, okay, here we go. This right here, okay. I wasn't the biggest hater of this man, but I know everyone did fucking hate him. But this was a funny moment. I'm thinking chat's going to want this in cinema. This is Bo Nickel getting fucking folded by Derrida. This was a big moment. This was a really fucking big moment of the year. I might put this in cinema. Everyone got fucking crazy for this right here. Love to see it. He looked pathetic. Yeah, he did. And it's kind of like Anthony Smith. He looked pathetic. And then he had the whole like, Anthony, you're such a legend. Here's your package. And he's up there crying. Oh God. Che was talking about how I was one word away from winning the belt when I could have just said yes to getting a DQ against John Jones. But I took one for John Jones. And everyone even doesn't even give me the respect for being a Lionheart anymore. You know. Def Cinema. Yes, love to see it or cinema. I think cinema. I think it might be. I feel like it makes more sense to be love to see it. But this was a big this was a bigger moment after. I didn't realize how big of a moment Bo Nickel getting fucking folded was actually going to be. Minus 1,000 against Hamzat. Yeah, he said crazy. Bo Nickel said crazy shit. He'd be a 1,000 favorite against Hamzat. Or that he should like, yeah, he said a lot. But you know what? I'll give Bo credit because we'll come on to him later again. He did take this on the chin pretty well. He did get humbled for it. Like, we can laugh at it. We could say, well, he did kind of deserve the clowning. But he did kind of get humbled from it. He did get better from it, to be fair. Can you tell us your size? It's a few inches. It's a few inches, at least. Anyway, moving on. All right, this is a sad but funny one. I don't know how... Oh, this is MMA moment. This is BJ Penn seeing clones and getting arrested for the 6th time this year. Yeah, unfortunate for BJ Penn. Creeping round the corner of the kitchen, watching his mother cook him dinner while he thinks it's a clone by the FBI. Very unfortunate that he thinks it's a government clone when it's just his mother asking him to get the milk out the fridge. Yeah, kind of unfortunate, really, but it's an MMA moment nonetheless. That's one of the most MMA moments, right? MMA moment. It's so funny. We just like, this is kind of I shouldn't even be joking about it. It's a devastating thing to happen. But it is MMA. It was just like, well, that's just MMA, really. It is sad. It is sad, but like, I feel like that's a part of a package deal with it. I feel like MMA moment is just sad moments, right? But his mum had nice ass. Don't blame him. Oh, is that why he was creeping? I don't think that's why he was. I think he did actually thought he was on an under fucking cover mission, maybe. I don't know what he thought was going on, but yeah. Shout out to his mum. I hope she's okay. I don't know if he. Yeah, hopefully he stops seeing clones, I guess. It's a sad MMA moment. Yeah, but if you look at these, like a lot, I mean, Kevin Lee getting fucking rocked and dropped in sparring, that was also sad, right? So, what, licking blood off your gloves for years does... Yeah, I never actually did 2 and 2 on that one. That actually does... That does make sense in hindsight, to be fair. Hope she's keeping that dumper in shape. Listen, I didn't check it because I don't really trust these government clones, but we can put Ben in the Matrix. I think it was DX in chat. I think he was the one that said, I don't know if it was you or someone else that said BJ's living a Black Ops fucking campaign for his life or some shit. He's living through a Black Ops campaign or something. Why are there milk stains on your shirt? I don't think there are. Oh, look at those fucking weapons right there. Why are them? Oh, sorry, I read that. Anyway, Peter Yan is peak. We will come on to Peter Yan for sure. Oh, here we go. This is going to be sad because this might, in hindsight, it's not as good anymore, but I can't skip the ad. JDM versus Bilal Muhammad. It might be cinema, but it's got to go peak. It's just, that was one of the greatest fucking hate watches of the year. One of the greatest fights, one of the greatest locked-in performances I've seen in a while, you know. Cinema, chat, it's got to be peak. Like, I know the whole Islam thing, which we'll come on to, but let me fix my camera real quick. Sucks. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize Bilal was in the chat, my bad. Those $2 donos got you big as hell. No, I've always, look, fucking, oh, yeah. Look, oh, shit, look at that. Anyway, back to, let me stop being vain about myself. Above the Murad fight. To be fair, we don't have the... I don't know. To be fair, I don't know which one I love more. This was a better hate watch. Umar and Murad was a better hate watch. But this was a better fight. I think this was just better to watch in general, to be fair. We love JDM. We still love JDM. I'm with you on that one. Have you ever got excited about another man's dangle? No, not like Chael Sonnen with Connor or nothing like that. We got JG2 on creatine. I've actually stopped taking creatine, to be honest. I kept getting headaches, so I stopped taking it. And I'm just gonna cut again. I'm trying to get lean again, to be honest. Please God, let JDM go on a downfall. Now, let's not hope for that. But anyway, I'm going to go with peak on this. JDM, 5-0 or 4-1. People thought Bilal won. I don't know what the fuck they were watching. They were fucking deranged fucking... I don't know what kind of people they are. Weird specimens. Bilal coping, or his fans coping, saying he was trying to make it entertaining, even though he kept shooting takedowns every round. They just kept getting stuffed, and then he got bitched on the feet. Not even trying to hate Bilal. I think Bilal's cool, but like, was beautiful seeing his head get pounded around. Anyway... yeah, this just fucking sucked. This is Aldo and Sahabi. Aldo getting done dirty again. I don't even want to talk about this, and fucking was his 9th retirement. I'm moving on from it. I'm going to put this in nice. We can move through some of these pretty quick, I guess. This is Michael Morales beating Gilbert Burns. Just a nice little fight, you know what I mean? Finished Burns. It was nice. Imagine if Bilal tries to wrestle. Yeah, I know. Imagine if he tried to wrestle in that fight, because 9 takedowns wasn't enough, you know? Aldo, my goat. That's our goat right there. Someone in chat needs to steal their mum's credit card and pay this man $2 so he can get shirtless. Fever Dream stream. I'm not going to get shirtless, chat. I want to keep my clothes on for a while, you know. Maybe in summer when I'm fucking boiling hot, maybe. As a Morales fan, love to see this. I feel like we got to fill up nice. I feel like it's just a good performance. I can't say love to see it because I haven't really got anything against Burns, you know, so. But... what do we do for this? Because we're starting to get into John Jones territory now. This is John Jones on a moped smelling another man's curly locks. Yeah, this has to be L, but this is nothing new for John Jones, right? So I feel like that's just classic John Jones right there. I feel like everything John Jones is just an L. MMA moment. I don't know if that's MMA. That's like, maybe we should make a John Jones tier, which would be the L. I'm going to put this in L. It was just a weird video. It's just a John Jones. It's John Jones, right? It's just got to go L. I'm with you on that one. You know what? I'm going to put, this is an L by Dana White promoting Terrence Crawford, getting into boxing. I don't even think he's doing it anymore. I think they fucking booted him out of there. Yeah, Dana White, I don't know why the fuck he's doing anything but fixing up the UFC, so I'm going to put that in L as well. All right, moving on. You know what? Shout out to Chris Schill right there with the $2. Thank you. Don't take the shirt off. Also, love the tier so far. Thank you so much for the support and letting me keep my clothes on. Genuinely, I appreciate it because it's very cold in the UK right now. Thank you for the $2, bro. I appreciate it. I think this is love to see it. Now, I will say this with the John Jones petition. I'm gonna make an absolute shocking confession to you all. I didn't even sign this. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't sign this because 1, I knew it wouldn't do anything. But 2, I couldn't be bothered to enter my email. I couldn't be bothered. But I love to see that the community was behind Aspinall and against John Jones. So I think this is love to see it. Just as a community aspect, right? I think it got up to like 200K, something along those lines. Not a true hater. Does that not tell you a lot that as like I must be up there as one of the most known John Jones haters out there. I must be up there somewhere. I'm not saying like top 5 or nothing, but I'm up there. Yeah, but even I can't be bothered to enter an email. You know, I knew it wasn't going to do anything. You know, like realistically, I knew the UFC would just shrug it off. I signed just for fun. Fair enough, but I don't know. You know what, chat? I remember when I pulled it up on stream. And if any of you signed it, you would know how the format's laid out. It literally shows your address before you... It will show your IP and your address before you even, like, sign anything. And I loaded up the site, and the camera on the stream barely covered up my address. So I nearly just doxed myself just looking at the fucking thing back in the day. But yeah, I'm going to put it in love to see it. And I'm going to put this one right here. Along with John Jones in L. This was when John Jones fans, in retaliation, made their own petition. A petition for John Jones to keep his belt. And I'm pretty sure it got like 300 signatures. That's an L if I've ever seen one. Someone really thought they were doing something with that. And yeah, it did not do anything at all. Can you show us your winner? I'm assuming you mean wiener, but no, I can't show. I'm not trying to get taken down off YouTube. Not anytime soon, anyway. Everybody hates Duck Gage Cheetah. Yeah, we do. We do hate him. Yeah. I'm glad everyone, I'm really glad everyone's just come around to like just hating him. You know what I mean? It is, justice in the world. Jones fans they are just dumb as fuck. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they are dumb as fuck. Where do you rank JDM versus Islam? We'll get there. I think, chat, where are we now? We must be in like April or May. We're probably in like May time. This must be like May. But this is an order right here. All right, next up, we got another L. This is John Jones in the swimming pool with a bunch of guys while they're throwing him around. So yeah, John Jones filling up the L category. I don't think there's all that much to say on the swimming pool video. We've all seen it. He does, even though like swimming with the boys, not the worst thing in the world, he does do it with a zesty energy. It doesn't help his case in any way at all. Especially while he's ducking Aspinall and he's living his best life. I forgot the whole, I'm living my best life. I forgot all that shit he was doing. So that's going to go L for John Jones. Lifting weights is cinema on pure comedy affair. We'll get there. We will get to it, to be fair. It is in the list. Freak tier. I should have thought of a John Jones tier in its own. But I wanted to fit everything on screen. So I kind of filled it out quite nicely, I think, right? Add gay tier. I think that kind of, I feel like John just fits the L tier list. I feel like everything John Jones will just go in L. Do you think these kind of stuff for the... Sorry, do you do these kind of stuff for the first time or do it every year? Well, it's like my first real year of doing like MMA content like this. Even though I was kind of really inactive for the first half. But we could do this every year, I guess. We could do this every year. But yeah, this is the first time doing this. But I do actually enjoy doing the tier list on stream. I think it's... We're going to have to think of more tier lists to do because we got like a few weeks off with UFC. So we're going to have to think of some tier videos or streams to do. We got a John Jones fan in chat. There's always one lurking in chat trying to defend him, but it's all good. The John Jones confirmed gay arc of MMA was absolute cinema. It was fun. I don't know. It's just funny. Like I've got this all in order. It was like him sniffing the hair, him in the swimming pool. Later on, you find out he had an erection with Hasbulla on his lap. You know, it was a whole deal, right? Are the spinning elbows on the list? They're on the list. We'll get to them. Chat, I really think I included everything you could think of. There's going to be a few things I missed, but we can add that at the end, I guess. Chat, I don't even think we're halfway there. I think we're like a quarter of the way in, basically. Also, to be honest, it was hard to remember stuff early in the year, you know? People really wanted John to keep the belt so he could continue fighting. That was weird. That was weird as fuck, because even if you were a Jones fan, they were like protesting for him to keep the belt, knowing he wasn't going to really defend it. And they're like, no, and then Aspinall gets the belt, and then he has the whole Garn thing, and they're like, see, if only Jones had the belt, like, Jones wasn't going to fight anyone. It was that or nothing, you know, so. All right, moving on. This is, I'm going to say this is love to see it. This is Merab finishing O'Malley. I think everyone was on Merab's side at this point, because O'Malley didn't deserve the rematch. No one liked him getting this title shot. People were coming round to Merab here after the Umar fight, getting a finish as well. Yeah, I think this was like Merab's like coming out party, not in a John Jones way, but like people were starting to really embrace him, I feel like. And then they started, you know, and he started doing some bullshit again, but yeah, but O'Malley, I actually like O'Malley. I think O'Malley's a degenerate. I do think he's a degenerate, but I don't mind O'Malley. I don't think he's like a bad guy, and he's a fun fighter. But at the time, you do have to admit, it was bullshit him getting the title shot. No one liked it. I'm pretty sure Yan was more deserving even at the time still as well. I can't remember who was supposed to be getting it, but yeah, this was bullshit. But it was nice to see Merab finishing him. Even picked him up on the shoulder. This was one of Merab's more fun fights. And Merab was looking more improved. So also, you had O'Malley doing the whole, yeah, I'm not gooning anymore. I'm not playing video games or smoking weed. Just to lose even worse in the rematch. So you see Nina trolling Tom about his eye. I have seen it. I fucking hate Nina drama. I don't know why I don't know what she contributes to the sport. I don't understand it. He dresses like a clown. Yeah, but I don't mind. Listen, I think O'Malley tries too hard to be like a star and stuff, but like it's his thing. It's whatever, you know. There's nothing in me that hates O'Malley. I actually like O'Malley. I just think he's kind of trying too hard and he's kind of a degenerate. That's all I can really say about O'Malley, to be fair. Nina as a whole, that's her contribution. I mean, it's there are holes there, I suppose. I can't, you know. What would it take? He's actually chill on his YouTube channel. Yeah, listen, I can really imagine O'Malley is cool. I just imagine his persona as a UFC fighter is kind of like, I'm good on that. But I think he's cool. I think he's a fun fighter. I like O'Malley for sure. But this was love to see it, at least for me. I'm going to put that in love to, or that could be nice. Maybe it could be nice. I don't know. It depends how you look at it. But I'm a Merab fan as well, so. It wouldn't take much to be. That's true, actually. Yeah, that was true. It does make sense that she didn't give an answer, really, in hindsight. Nina is annoying as fuck. The only people watch her are Gooners, Armin Sarukian, and MMA Guru. Well, no, MMA Guru was the one beefing with her. And to be fair, MMA Guru did expose her quite a lot. And on top of that, when she kind of retaliated, she kind of exposed herself and made herself look like a cunt by like her response to Guru. She basically, in her response to Guru, she pretty much shitted on all content creators, even though she got gifted a career and opportunity, and she gets gifted all the... Like, could Nina Drama make MMA content on her own without fighters? And a whole fucking production team? I don't think so at all. Man, Nina is just so hot, can't hate her. I don't think so, but I'm not going to hate her. I mean, she's washed and she's pushing 40, and she's got a couple years left, but... the thing is, I don't even get the whole, like... People will, like, simp over her in the comments. Her comments are, like, 90% people shitting on her, and then there's, like, 10% people, like, fucking, wow, you're so gorgeous. Like, bro, you can literally just Google... Bro, she was a Playboy model. You can see what you want to see, basically. Anyway, moving on, though. I don't even like talking about Nina Drama. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to go with Kayla Harrison winning the belt and beating Juliana Pena. I'm going to put this in there because I don't care about women's MMA. Nothing against the women. I love Whaley. Fuck, I didn't mean to bring that up. There's some cool women. Kayla Harrison seems like a lovely mother, you know. I think she's on stuff. I think she's Abby from The Last of Us 2. So I'm just going to put it in there. I think she's a good mother. I respect her as a lady. As a lady, for sure. But as a fighter... I don't even know why I said that. Of course I respect her as a fighter. But yeah, I just don't care, in all honesty. I feel like, chat, most of you don't care, right? Meh, as a woman. Yeah, it's fair enough. Now that Kota said it, so I can say it now. Bit with the $2. What's up, Bit? What's up, bro? Thank you for the $2. I appreciate you, bro. Shum. Reclaiming the throne in 80 seconds. It's Death Peak. We'll get to that, Bit. We'll definitely get to that. I think we're not too far, I guess. Actually, we got a fucking lot of stuff to cover. Jesus. We're not even halfway still. But yeah, we'll get to that. That would definitely be peak for sure. Everyone already knows that's peak for sure. Thank you for the $2 again, bro. Kayla Harrison is Star and Stripes from... I don't even know what that means. But yeah, as a lady... I don't know why I said lady. I think I said lady as if I was going to anticipate saying lady boy. But I wasn't going to go there. I do actually like Kayla Harrison. I think she's like a cool woman. I don't know what it sounds weird saying it. I found like I'm saying it in a weird way, but it is what it is. But I just don't care about her as a champion. I don't really care all that much. Which leads me on to Nunes coming out of retirement, facing off with Harrison in the post-fight interview. Yeah, I just don't care. Lowest selling champion we've had. Nice to see Nunes back. I'm glad I hope she's doing well in life. Other than I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Nobody cares. I'm with you. Chat, who's with me on this? Ariel and all these other like MMA media members trying to make a stand that Kayla Harrison and Nunes should be the main event over Paddy Pimblett and Gaethje for the integrity of the sport. You ain't showing up. What you like? If you cover the sport, why would you want less numbers? I don't get these people. These fake fucking hardcore people are so annoying. Should be a good... It'll be good. As far as women's MMA go, I don't want to... Fucking hell, let's go. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Mithras Playroom. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. That is a lot of gifted members. You fellas better be faking him for that shit. Thank you so much, bro. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't get the people pushing for that to be the main event. Even Ariel was talking to Kayla Harrison, asking her about it, and even she kind of understood. She didn't even care about it, so... Thank you, and thank you again, Mithras, for the 5 gifted. That is a lot of gifted. I really fucking appreciate all the gifted, bro. Hell no, girls suck at fighting. Now we got Whaley, but like, until she's fucking fighting that gremlin that fucking pins her down and wet blankets her. Kayla was beautiful in the Olympics. I'm over the Olympics after Henry Cejudo proved that it's absolutely fucking pointless, you know. Also, Kayla Harrison lost in the PFL. Like, well, I feel like people forget, man. I might even pick Nunes, to be honest with you, chat. I might actually pick Nunes to win that fight. Maybe that'd be an interesting poll, even though we just said we don't care about it. But anyway, we can move on. Yeah, now we're on to a funny one here. This is going to be interesting. I want to see what you have to say about this, chat. This could go in many ways right here. This is just... I've got the picture of one fight, but this basically is representing their career in the UFC. Patchy Mix in the UFC. I'd love to see it. Cinema, LOL, MMA moment. It's a mixed bag here. I don't know how he's. I might go love to see it because it was funny as fuck. This was funny as fuck. The Batista fight, all of the fights, they were funny as fuck. L. Actually, it is an L for Patchy Mix, but I'm thinking as a fan, this is just fun because the first one was an L. The first one is an L, but then the second of it, like it just kept getting worse. I might put it in LOL. You might be right, chat. Maybe I should capitalize the LOL. Maybe that'll kind of help. It feels like a pointless tier otherwise. LOL or nice? Nah, it's not nice. It's just like, it was funny as fuck. Also, all the shit he was saying, how he's like, he's gonna... Also, the Patchy Mix propaganda. There were fans telling you he's the best bantamweight in the world. He's gonna run through O'Malley, Marab. They've got nothing on Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix shows up. He's literally a punching bag. Does nothing. He's just there... he just has nothing going on for him at all. Not even. It's just so funny thinking about the fights he had. But yeah, funny as fuck for Patchy Mix. Do you have Pitbull in the UFC? Fuck, I might have. That might be in here. That might be what I missed actually. I might have that in. I do think I have that in here actually. I do think I have it in here, but I don't know. MMA moment cause Bellator. I think it's low. I think that's low for now. We can leave it there for now and we can come back maybe. And that could be in a lot of... There's some... I don't know. These are weird like tiers because they can go in like a lot of different places, right? Where is Conor Leak? We'll get there. We'll get there. Not going to lie. I thought Patchy was the best at one point to be... A lot of people did think so. To be fair, I thought Patchy Mix was going to do well. I don't think anyone expected this car crash of a career. But yeah, there were people that were really pushing some Patchy Mix propaganda for a while. Next up, even though I like RoboCop, I might put this in love to see it or nice. This is Cannonier beating RoboCop. Nice to see that Unk still had it in him. And who doesn't like Cannonier, right? Cannonier's cool. This kind of like not the big. This is not maybe the most notable thing of the year, but I think maybe nice, right? Yeah, I think nice, chat. Murphy versus Pico. That'll be in there. That'll be in it. Oh, okay, just had to let that one rip. We love Cannonier. I do like Cannonier a lot, but I don't know if I can really put it much higher than nice, to be honest. But it's nice to see Cannonier still had it in him, right? Hello, I just finished work. Hope you had a good time at work, bud. That sounds so patronizing saying bud. I don't know what. I'm trying to throw some different things to say out there to you guys, you know. Maybe I'm going to take bud out of my vocabulary. That didn't come off too well, but I hope you had a good time at work, bro. All right, here's a depressing one for me. Where can we put this? Because I'm not putting this in love to see it because I fucking hated it. This is Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley. I've kind of just got it as the whole build up, the whole fight. But we got, as you can see from the picture, this is Buckley geeking out just in Usman's presence. I had such high, oh fuck Buckley, why do you have to lose? Oh man. I still love Buckley, but it's just, oh fuck man. Why did Buckley have to lose, man? Fuck. Love to see Unk still got it. I don't know. You know what? After the fight, once I saw him make his post-fight interview and like he was very emotional, I was happy for Usman. I was like, oh, this is a wholesome moment, right? It was very wholesome. It was sad but wholesome at the same time. It's like, oh, he still got it in a way. But even though I still think I think Usman's still kind of washed, to be fair. Maybe because I don't want Usman to get the title shot. Yeah, I don't know where I judge this. Maybe just, I don't know, maybe nice. Maybe just put it in the middle. I don't know. It depends how you see it. It was nice for Usman. But you know what? Buckley took it on in a good... I think he takes it in a good way. He's in good spirits from it. At least you put on a shirt. You bellend. At least you put on... I've had my shirt on for like the last few months. J2, make me a mod. I've got Kota right now. Kota's kind of... To be honest, Kota's the fucking best mod I can possibly ask for. But I'll keep you in mind for next mod we need, you know? I don't know, whenever someone asks for a mod, it's kind of like, maybe I should be cautious of not making them a mod. Sucked. Yeah, I'm with you, chat. But I don't know, well, not chat, just, that's Orion there saying that. For me, I would say this is sucked, but I could put it in nice. It was nice for Usman, not so much Buckley, but he's in good spirits about it. It's a learning lesson, you know. It was you know what? I will say this, because so many people wrote off Usman in this fight. People act like it was a crazy fight. Usman made that fight boring as fuck, and no one ever talks about that. So when they talk about him being in the Islam fight for winning this was a boring fucking fight. I was disappointed with Buckley on the feet, but I think he won the later rounds. If not, he at least won the 5th round when he kept it on the feet. But I don't know why he was just spamming uppercuts from 10 feet away and just fucking missing every time. But I'll leave that there for now, I guess. You know what? Maybe this will be LOL because it was a funny experience to go through, I guess. I'll put it in LOL. Usman beat Islam, going to happen. Oh, Usman versus Islam is going to happen. I hope not. It's a possible. It could be a toss-up between him and Ian Gary. It should be Ian Gary. It should be Michael Morales over Usman. But if Usman gets it, it's just corrupt at that point. If Usman gets it, it's dumb as fuck. Holin Dasok. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. I think I got it, though. Thank you for the $2 Canadian. Thank you so much. Hello, JG2 and chat. Bless. Hello to you, Holin Dasok. Thank you for the $2, and hello to you as well. And blessed to you as well, my friend. Thank you for the $2 as well. I don't know how many times, I don't know, I feel very I don't know how to show my gratitude sometimes, but thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. Always a lot of Canadians and Australians supporting as well. Holin Dan Sock. Oh, is that? Sorry, Holin Dan Sock. Yeah, that does make sense. I'm shit with names, though. John Jones Duck retirement must be a lot. Must be a lot. I'd love to see it. Oh, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. Anyway, moving on. Piggybacking from the Usman Buckley thing, we have. All right, this is the only time I'm going to put this in here. This is where I started. This was the start of the JG2 predictions. Kamaru Usman made me look stupid. This was an L. This was an L on my end. I really went hard on the prediction. I was happy to laugh at myself at it. There were some people, a lot of Usman fans, they didn't see the funny side of me getting a prediction wrong. So they tried to rally in groups and get my channel taken down just because I made an MMA prediction. And still had a lot of people telling me to off myself. But a lot of Usman fans were cool about it. They were like, oh, fair enough. You know, at least you're being a good spirit about it. You know, a good sport about it. But that was just a funny start of a new JG2 journey of just getting all these predictions wrong, you know. Holding Dan Sock with the $2 Australian. Again, $4 now. Thank you. YouTube screwed up my name. I'll sue these people. Yeah, YouTube, for whatever reason, I guess they did it so there's no Smurf accounts. But they stopped everyone's names, so it's all like, I only get to see your tags now. Which is annoying, but I guess it helps with people making fake accounts. Like, people can't do it anymore, right? But I thank you for the $4 now. Butcher his name again for another $2. Is that Hol End and Sock? Is that, I think that's how you pronounce it. Usman has fans? Yeah, Usman has a big fan base. It's a very... Obviously, it's a lot of Nigerian fans, which I understand. If I was Nigerian, I'd be the fucking biggest Usman and Adesanya fan, to be fair. Oh my God. Hang on. Holding Dan Sock just gifted a member, and it went to Holding Dan. That's the funniest gifted member I've ever seen. He gifted a membership to himself. I didn't even know that was possible. Shout out to Holding Dan Sock gifting a member to himself. You better thank Holding Dan Sock for that one. So, thank you for the gifted member, or being a member now. Welcome to the Officer Nerds now. That's funny. I didn't even know you can do that. Adesanya is Chinese, mate. Oh, that's true. That's true. Anyway, moving on. We got... All right, this is a funny one that I don't think you guys would think I'd have in here. Let me just... 1 second, chat. Let me just... Oh, whoops. Let me just move that over here. All right, so I was just going to check the stream real quick. All right, we're good. We're good. Anyway, moving back. What were we doing? Oh, yeah, next up is Mohammed Usman testing positive for high levels of testosterone. That's got to be low. Next to Usman, actually. After all the speculation of Usman being a cheat, because obviously the injection marks, the back acne, the unlimited cardio with the dodgy knees and he can't run, and the knockout power of 5-round cardio. Yeah, and the crooked pharmacist for a father, you know. So I think that's low right there, right? Love to see it. MMA moment. Actually, that might be MMA. I don't know. It could be low MMA moment. Nah, that's a low moment. That's a low moment. I feel that's a low moment. I feel like it's too, obvious. I feel like MMA moments are, really weird moments, right? Gunn has the same marks and bumps. Yeah, Garn's suspicious. I'm suspicious of Garn, especially the fact that he showed up in the Aspinall fight like a bodybuilder. I didn't want to come off as, being kind of coping or salty, but I did have my suspicions of Garn when he showed up the way he did. What we got next? What is this right here? Oh, sorry. This is Khalil Roundtree versus Jamal Hill. I might just, meh. I mean, Jamal Hill losing, people love to see it, but I feel like this was I feel like we wanted more out of Khalil Roundtree. I'm kind of like, the crowd was shit. It was like, they watched the Fiziev Bahamondes fight, and then they just fucking left for the main event. I love to see it. Now, I think it is a meh. You only hate... to be fair, I don't really hate Jamal Hill. I just know a lot of people do. But I don't think this is even a love to see. I just think it's you know. All right, this is a love to see it right here. This is Curtis Blades getting a win over Kunaev, who's a fucking fraud cunt. Could argue it was a robbery, but I'll fucking take it. He was injured in that fight, though, but yeah, I love to see it. I love Curtis Blades, and I'm glad he won that fight. We can move on. All right, this is Bellator with Paul Craig. Faking getting knocked out. So I feel like that's a lull, or that could be at MMA moments. It is cropped off pretty badly, so you can barely recognize what it is. But for those that know, you know Bellator faking the knockout. Got the up kick from Paul Craig. He throws himself back. He looks to the ref like, ref, what the fuck? And then he goes out unconscious. So that was an MMA moment or lull right there for sure. Robbery. Oh, you're talking about the Curtis Blades one could be. But the Curtis Blades was injured. He got injured in the fight. And I love Curtis Blades. So I'm kind of happy to put it in love to see it. I love that he got the decision win. Best moment of the year. That is a funny moment. That was a funny as fuck moment. I think it's got to go in lull. I think it's more funny than like MMA. It is very MMA moment, but I think it's more funny than anything else. I feel like they could go in either, to be fair. So, best moment. Sorry, I read the Aljo our performance. Yeah, it's true. I think he actually outdid Aljo on that one. I'm going to put this in. This could be MMA moment or L. This is Conor McGregor punching up a guy in a club. I just think it's lame. I just think it's fucking... I don't even know the context behind it. But just McGregor beating up some fucking NPC in a club. It's just a fucking... It's just a common Conor L, basically. Khalil casually strolling with the fight started. Oh, yeah, I do. That was funny as well. That was funny. What is the order of moments? It's kind of in order from January to December. Like, most of it's in order like throughout the year. L definitely. Yeah, I think it's an L. It didn't look good on him. I don't even know the context behind it, but like, it's just a bunch of drunks in a club. Like, I can't imagine it's that deep anyway. People forget, man, JG2 is the only MMA YouTuber that edits his videos. It does feel that way, doesn't it? Chat, should I put some, I could even go as far to do this right now, I guess. I could just, if anyone wants me to just, no, hang on, not that one. Should I just put this in the background, my background music? I don't know if chat can hear that. All right, chat. So chat, let me turn that off. I don't know if you want it on or not. Let me turn that off. It's legitimate, true. Yeah, I don't know. Most people don't edit their shit right. They just do OBS. But I feel like I'm kind of liking the tier list stuff. I might do tier list as live streams and I'll leave them public, right? We can hear that. Chat, would you like if I just play the Red Dead Redemption background music? Turn it on. We can. Chat, would you like some background music? I could actually put it on, to be fair. I don't know if you prefer it with it on or not, but we need JG2 wrapped. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I'll take it. We need to see JG2 wrapped. Do poll. Do you want me to do a poll? Let's see. This is the weirdest poll I've done, but we can do it. Actually, no, that's not true. I remember the one poll I did was if chat wipes backwards or forward. Obviously, they do wipe backwards. Yeah, backwards is the right way. Anyway, do you want background music on? Yes or no? We'll do a couple of the tier list, and then we'll come back to... we'll see what you guys are saying on the poll. Anyway, moving back onto the tier list right here. Let's see. We have... Okay, what is this? What is it? Oh, okay. I don't know how we judge this, chat. This is Dana White's anticlimactically announcing that John Jones retired, which I would say is love to see it, but he came out of retirement the following week, so it kind of ruined it. But you know what? The fact that John Jones did this because he got bitched by Aspinall and he got bullied out of the sport, I still have it in love to see it right there. Cinema. Now, it was he did the... John Jones basically did when you get your mum to call in sick to school because the new COD came out. He was, no, you're getting bullied at school and the bully told you better watch your back tomorrow, which is Tom Aspinall with John Jones in this case. So he had his mum call in sick and fucking give up his belt. So, but I'm going to put it in love to see it. But we're going to have to fill up Peak because he's going to get crowded soon. Peak. I think we need to... Number chat, he came back and he kind of ruined it, you know what I mean? Also, it was anticlimactic as well. But actually, it was... I don't know, it's just funny how he did it. He kind of got bitched out of it. Oh, man, I missed this. No, you didn't miss anything. You should... Oh, okay, I'm fucking hell. Perfect timing for my camera to cut out. Now we're still going. We're only like halfway. Anyway, next up, we have John Jones in another car accident where he left some random drunk bitch in the car. I don't even be rude. Some random drunk fucking skank in the passenger seat, and she's all drunk, like, it was John Jones. And yeah, and the cop gets a phone call that sounds just like John Jones on the other line, making death threats. John Jones somehow cleared of this. The guy on the phone literally sounded just like John Jones, which is weird. This is an L, really. This is just the fucking degenerate that he is, really, isn't it? Maybe, to be fair, it would make sense. You're in Albuquerque, you're in a car accident. Maybe just jump into the passenger seat and just say John Jones did it. The cops will probably believe you, to be fair. It sounds realistic, you know. Dana announcing fights from his PSP should be a moment as well. Yeah, but that's just a common UFC moment, to be fair. Meth, we can put it in L. I think it's just an L. It's just anything John Jones is just an L, really, right? How the fuck do how do I judge this? This right here is peak if it was against anyone else. I don't know how I score this. This is Ilia Topuria murdering Charles Oliveira. It is cinema, but it's Charles Oliveira. Fuck. How do we score this? I don't know if there's any Charles. I don't know if any of you are indifferent on Charles Oliveira. I love Charles Oliveira. I'd take a bullet for this man. But I got to give credit where it's true, though. It's hard to. It is cinema, chat. It is peak. I might give it cinema. I got to give credit where it's true. I can't hate on it. I can't. It would be if this was Arman Sarukian and not Charles Oliveira. It's going in peak. I'm gonna have to dock it a point for being Charles Oliveira. It's sad as fuck. Hole in Dan Sock with another gifted member. Thank you, Hole in Dan Sock. And King Crimson, you better be thanking Hole in Dan Sock right there. Thank you for another gifted member, bro. I appreciate you. Sad for fans, peak for Ilya. But I'm a fan of both of them, so I can't really be all that mad at it, you know? I'm not too... I don't know. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna act as if it never happened. All right, here we go. This right here is actual cinema. This is Joshua Fan versus Brandon Royval. So, one of the fights of the year. Maybe you still got it as fight of the year. It's definitely a contender for fight of the year. And yeah, that's gotta be cinema, right? Make a new tier called I Cried. There should be one that was like sad moments, but I don't know. It is cinema, to be fair. It was it was one of the biggest events of the year, 317 as well. So Tony Ferguson, we'll get to that. Don't worry. Misfits is included here, even though it's UFC, but I've included it. Someone could be bad and upsetting, but still undeniably cinema. Yeah, to be fair, some of the greatest movies we've ever seen are sad. You know what I mean? Like, what's the sad movie I've watched? Marley and Me? I don't know. Holding Dan Sock with another... Thank you for all the fucking gifted and fucking donuts. Thank you for another $2 Canadian. I would not be denied gifting someone. To be fair, you know, 1 and 1 right now. So, shout out to... Oh, no, King Crimson did thank you. He did... Shout out to King Crimson right there. New member as well. People who want... But also, thank you for the $4 Canadian now. People who want background music has rotted brains. What's the poll on? Let's see. Do people want it? Let's see. It is split even. We'll go with it. We'll just leave it off. We'll leave it off. Anyway, moving back on. But to be fair, if I leave it public, maybe it helps to put some music in the back. Maybe we could try it on the next stream. Bet Jones played Baby Blue when he had the accident. Baby Blue. Is that I'm thinking of the Breaking Bad song. That's the only lyrics I know from that. It's Christmas Goddamn. Yeah, Merry Christmas to chat right there. Moving on to... I guess this is nice. Love to see it. This is Pantoja choking out Kai Kara France. I'm going to put it in love to see it on the basis that I fucking hate I'm not even going to do the impression of it, but the whole... I don't care if it's a culture thing. It's cringe. I'm sorry. Like, credit to their culture. I'm not trying to disrespect. Kai Kara France doing that shit is cringe. I'm glad he got choked out. This was like Pantoja's coming out party to all the Everyone started to really love Pantoja here. They started to give him his credit. You know what I mean? So, this was a good night for Pantoja. And then we had, I don't even know why I've included this, but I guess I'll put this in nice to fill up nice. Since I got the Fan and Royval, I got the Pantoja and Kai Kara France. Pantoja and Fan in the cage, which to be fair, I do like these moments. You know, I get the contender in there on the same card. He comes into the cage. We set up the next fight, which we will be scoring later on, which was disappointing. But Dan Hooker comeback must be a love to see it. Was that this year? I don't think I have it in here then. I think that must have been last year. If you're talking about the Turner fight or whatever it was, whichever one you're talking about. Ramadan is B tier. I've definitely not got that included here. Pantoja injured sucked. Yeah, we'll get to that. But I think so far, I think so good. I'm going to have to do something with the layout here because the camera's going to block Love to See It. I might have to shrink myself a bit, but we should be good for now. All right, here we go. This might be... I'm going to say this is an MMA moment. This is the announcement of the White House. You had all the fucking degenerates coming out the woodworks trying to get on the card. John Jones, Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor now seeing God and changing his ways just to get on the card. John Jones begging to be on the card. It just feels so MMA that they would want to do a White House event, right? Yeah, nothing too much to say about it. We'll see how the actual event goes down. Chat, anyone see Donald Trump saying they're going to put 9 title fights on that card? Buddy, you're getting 1 title fight, 1 women's MMA fight, and 1 fucking BMF fight, if you're lucky. 9 title fights. I don't know who the fuck told Donald Trump that. You ain't getting 9 fucking... Who the fuck's licensing 9 titles? The rest of the year is fucked at that point, right? Cinema. I can't say an announcement in cinema, but it is MMA mode. That's so MMA. You wouldn't get that in any... They would never just be like, yeah, we're going to put on the NBA playoffs at the White House, you know? Put Trump in L, please. I don't have Trump here, but I do have the White House, so. Hamzat yearly fight against DDP is an L. Yeah, we'll get to that, which I think is actually coming up soon. Oh, not that too soon, but fuck it. We got so much. Hang on, let me just see. Oh, we got so... I think we're only like halfway, to be honest. This is RoboCop absolutely sleeping the fuck out of Jack Hermanson. It was nice. I like Jack Hermanson, you know, but I like RoboCop. The follow-up shot was probably unnecessary, but it was a big knockout, right? I need to stop saying right at the end of all my sentences here. Buddy is not getting 9 title fights. Yeah, I don't see it either. I don't see how the fuck... It didn't even seem, like, plausible. We got 11 divisions. What 9 fights is it? Like, unless we're doing, like, 5 fucking interim title fights, or we're just going to make up new fucking belts and shit. After tier list, what are you going to do, JG2? Probably hit the hay. Probably sound like that. Loki, even though they own Trump, he's kind of a W for the White House card. I mean, I'm out of... I'm not really... I mean, I do kind of follow American politics, but I'm not American, so it doesn't really influence me all that much. I'm not really bothered by any of it. But the White House card, I think is cool. I don't like the idea that politicians are going to be the crowd and the audience. I do find that lame. But I find the idea of being at the White House very cool. I know they're going to stack the... I know they're not going to do 9 title fights, but they will stack the card to fuck. And they will put on the biggest main event that they can. That's the only thing about the White House card I'm really excited for. I just know it's going to be an exciting event. McGregor on the White House card. That's not happening. Yeah, I don't think so, but like he's trying to, I don't know, he's talking about, to be fair, McGregor's talking about fighting Makhachev after the White House card. So McGregor's, you know, as far as delusion goes, sky's the limit, you know. Same with that white stuff up his nose. The White House card gonna suck or never happen at all. It's gonna happen. Chat, listen, it's gonna happen and there's no way the White House card is gonna be... The White House card, in my opinion, is gonna be the equivalent of like a UFC 300, 200, 400 type card. They're gonna stack the fuck out. Chat, there's no way they don't stack the fuck out of the White House card. The UFC of all sport organizations, they're gonna stack it to fuck. It is going to happen 100%. And it's going to be a sick card, for sure. But we can move on from the White House stuff. Moving on to Derek Lewis knocking out or finishing Teixeira here. You know what? I'm going to put it in Love to See It. I'm going to drop Pantoja down just so you can see the Derek Lewis one. Even this fucking bum holding the fence. And the funniest part about all of this is Love to See It. But what makes this even better? Sucks. All right, Vampiric Legs, who hates Derek Lewis. What makes this even better is, where is it? I know it's somewhere. All right, let me delete that. Let me close that. Chat, if you've never seen this was before the fight happened. If you've not seen this, wait until you see what Derek Lewis said before the fight.
It's just because a lot of guys didn't want to fight. And the guys that did want to fight, they already had fights booked. And it's other stuff that's behind it, you know, it's politics, man. It's also part of, it's scripted. It's part of the script.
What do you mean the script? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know, the whole UFC is scripted.
What does that mean? What are you talking about?
It's part of the plan, you know. So in July 12th, you know, they want me to win first round knockout.
So that's what's
it's
gonna happen?
Part of the script. Yeah. it's part of
That's
the script.
actual. That's so fucking
so
sick.
Want to make that bet? Go ahead and make that bet.
That actually
Well, I can tell you,
happened.
That's scripted.
It actually
the
happened as well.
scriptwriters assigned to the heavyweight division right now aren't doing a great job.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what? That might. You know what, chat? I might honestly put that in cinema. The fact that he called that shit and it happened, that might actually be cinema. Am I wrong, chat? Chat. He was the underdog. He said it. He said the UFC scripted. An FBI investigation scandal came months afterwards as well, which makes it even funnier. Also, who doesn't love Derek Lewis? You know what I mean? I think that might be cinema. That actually might be cinema. I'm kind of being generous, but I'm going to put it there. Derek Lewis is top 5 black people. He's just top 5 people of all time, if you ask me. All right, I don't even know why I've included this. And I've kind of... I don't know why I've included this. Paddy Pimblett in the cage with Taporia. I just could put it in L, I guess. They kissed each other. He didn't even mean to call him Paddy Pimblett. He was talking about Armin, and then Joe Rogan ruined it. But anyway, you know what? This as well. We're going to take a quick break from UFC. We're going to take a quick intermission from the UFC and head over to Misfits. Even though it's a UFC tier list. Darren Till nuking the fuck out of Rockhold. Absolute cinema. Oh my god. Darren Till back. Better than ever. Fucking, I mean, I guess it's Luke Rockhold. Not the hardest chins to be cracking, but it's funny nonetheless. The fact that he did the Machida Evans where he sprung off his leg in the corner, you know, absolute cinema right there. I've got to give it credit where it's due. And then moving on, what was actually before that, peak, Tony Ferguson winning in 2025. You love to see it. Cinema, peak. Oh, God, it just doesn't get... The fact he's on his knees crying of joy, it's just beautiful. Volkanovski getting his belt back. Let me put him with Volk right here. Chat, if you've been a Tony fanboy for all these years, it's been a rough fucking... How long? It's been a rough 5 years. I just realized it was the pandemic and it was the interim title fight. It's been a tough 5 years. From 12-win streak to 7-loss streak. I get he's fighting chubby old Salt Pappy, but we take all the wins we can get over here, you know. This one right here, I might just put this in LOL. This is Dylan Dennis winning a belt in Misfits for MMA. He fought a boxer in MMA and the boxer pulled guard on him, or he shot on him. I don't know why he did that. The guy must be dumb as fuck. I think he's just an influencer boxer, so I don't know why he did that. But yeah, I'm going to give Dylan Dennis the LOL on that one. And moving on to, let's see, what do we have next here? This I did actually like. I'm going to put this in nice. This was Dylan Dennis facing off with Eddie Hall afterwards. I won this fight. This fight has to happen. I don't care. I don't care what the Misfits has to do to make it happen. I know he actually had a fight with... what the fuck's his name? The guy in Misfits. He had a fight booked up with him. But they need to make this fight happen. It's so annoying they didn't do it. But actually, you know what? I'm going to put it in sucked because it didn't happen. I wish it did. Tony Ferguson versus Khabib is the greatest fight that never happened. It's annoying because the fall off for Tony kind of stopped people from saying that. But that is the biggest, like, what if they fought for, like, the longest time. I don't think there's never been one that's been more of a what if. Maybe Aspinall Jones. Because the GOAT is a fucking coward. But, you know, I think he has a real boxer, to be fair. Okay, fair enough. But, yeah, I don't know why you'd shoot on him, though. Carlos Prates not phased by Leon Edwards' punches. Must be. We'll get to that. That's on the list. We still love our CTE champion, Tony Ferguson. CTE shit only, buddies. So, anyway. I guess this is a lull. So what am I going to do here? I don't know what to do with this. Do we move this or... This is Dana White showing up at the WWE and they just booed the fuck out of him. I don't know why I added it. It didn't really need to be added in, but I've added it anyway, so we can put it in there. I guess it's just a lull moment. I don't know, Dana's just so memeable. It's just kind of funny. I'm just going to put it in lull. Are you going to make a video about Tony's next fights? Depending on when it happens, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Also, depending on the card, we'll see what this is. Oh, this is a big one right here. All right, now next up, we got Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway trilogy. For the BMF title, kind of an underwhelming pay-per-view main event, but it was Dustin's return. I might just put it in nice, to be honest. Django beating up Dylan. We'll get to that. That's in here for sure. Dylan Dustin Poirier retiring. How do I score this? I don't know how I don't love to see it. Nice, I guess. I don't know. It was sad, but is it cinema that he retired though? I don't know. I do love Dustin Poirier. I'm a big fan, but maybe love to see. I don't know. It's kind of maybe I love the whole career. I don't know how I score this. It's a weird because he lost, but it wasn't a bad loss. But he shouldn't have been fighting Holloway in his fucking retirement fight. It's sad, but nice. We could put it in cinema. It was a big thing. It's a big thing, you know. MMA moment. You know what, chat? This right here. I might put this in peak. This might actually be right here the most beautiful moment in MMA history I've ever seen. I was going to make a wholesome tier list just for this. This was when Dustin Poirier's daughter... I feel uncomfortable putting it next to Conor McGregor's leak. Let me move that to cinema. Hang on. That doesn't feel right. Dustin Poirier's daughter making him the best dad ever belt. It has to be the most adorable thing in MMA after Peter Yan. There's no, I don't care how macho of a guy you are. That is the most cutest thing I've ever seen. That is the most wholesome moment in MMA history right there. He may not be undisputed, but he is the best dad ever. So, yeah, I don't know what more to say about it. That was just a wholesome moment, right? It's peak for his legacy. The retirement, I can see it. I'll put it in cinema for now. I'm thinking more love to see it, but I guess we could put it in cinema. He got a whole pay-per-view main event for it, so. Right up, Falk regaining the belt. I don't know, it's just such a beautiful moment. It's, yeah, you don't see much of this either, but you love to see it, right? Conor's win is amazing. Yeah, I'm glad I moved it away from Dustin's daughter one. All right, here we go. This must be, I might put this in, I'm thinking nice, but I might put this in love to see it. This was Paulo Costa beating Kopylov, and he actually got a win for once. And we're like, fuck, Paulo Costa's back. He looked good. It was nice to see Costa back. At the press conference, he was tweaking. Everyone thought he was on some fucking hard shit. I might just put this in love to see it because, yeah, I like Paulo Costa. I find him funny. I'm glad he's got a win finally. So, nice for me. I can see it in nice or love to see it. I'm going to go love to see it because Kopylov should, he was the favorite. No one thought Costa was going to win. He got a nice win, which is nice. Costa's been around as well. All right, here we go. This is MMA moment. This is Sean Strickland fighting that guy in that regional fight and getting suspended. It's just Sean Strickland doing Sean Strickland things, which is basically code for MMA moment. So I'm going to give that MMA moment right there for sure. Moving on. Well, sorry, let me just check this real quick. All right, yeah, back to the tier list here. Sorry, but let me see what you guys are saying. Yep, MMA moment. Yeah, it's an MMA moment, right? I don't see it even going anywhere. Could be L, I guess, because he got suspended, but I'll put it as MMA moment. All right, we got Robert Whittaker versus Derrida. I guess nice, because a lot of people thought Whittaker... Listen, chat, I thought Derrida won this fight 3-2. I think it was very close. I know a lot of people thought Whittaker won, so they're probably mad at this. I'm going to be honest, even though I thought Derrida won, I thought he looked shit in this fight. I thought all he had was knees to him. It's even nice or meh. I don't really think all that much about it. I think in hindsight, now that Derrida quit on the stool later on, I'm just going to put it in meh, because some people don't like it because of the Whittaker thing. No, he's getting popped up with cans. He'll struggle to break top 10. Probably, but it was still nice to see Costa win. I'm going to put it in love to see. I like Costa, so I don't know. We can move it later if anything. But yeah. What do you think of Abdul Malik, a future champion? I mean, he's looking like a good prospect, but I don't know. I don't want to jump too far into being next champion type thing or future champion. But it looks good. It's meh. Yeah, I'll just put it in meh. We can move on. This right here, I mean, this is kind of... I'm going to put this in nice, but this is Peter Yan versus McGee, which was kind of people weren't happy with the matchmaking, but Peter Yan wanted to be active. Umar didn't want to take the Yan fight because his fucking bitch hand wasn't ready yet. But I just love watching Peter Yan win. You know what I mean? It's kind of if it was a better opponent, maybe I'd love it even more, but I just love Yan, so I'll put it in nice for now. But also the fact that he got a title shot off it, and then we're going to come on to that, which is, I think you know where that's going to go, so... let's see, this right here. I'm going to put this in either MMA moment or L. This is Arman Sarukian's mukbang videos. I don't find them funny. I don't find them particularly interesting. It's just, look how rich I am. I'm eating caviar. I'm going to put it in L. It didn't work. He didn't really do anything for his promotion. It didn't get him into a title shot. He got cucked for Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje. I'm going to put it in L. And we love Yan. Oh, we do love Yan. Who doesn't love Yan, right? He makes me hungry, to be honest. Not really. I mean, I can't afford caviar, so that's kind of off the menu for me. And whatever the fuck he's eating here as well, so. But yeah, I don't care about his mukbang videos. He's still doing them, even though he got fucked over by Paddy Pimlet because he's more promotable. And then Armin Sarukian thought, I'll be more promotable by just doing more mukbang videos. Fluffy versus Delidze. I'm going to put it in love to see it because everyone loves Fluffy. This is when people started to... I think everyone was This was weird. I think a lot of people were actually picking Delidze, which I don't know why because I've never rated him. And Fluffy, even then, I thought was a dark horse. But I think after this win, people really came around to Fluffy at this point, right? Meh, good shit. I feel like this is love to see it or nice. I feel like this was like a good win for Fluffy and like everyone started to come on board, you know, get on the Fluffy hype train. I'll put it in nice for... now I'm going to leave it in love to see it. I think love to see it is valid. I would say love to see it. I love Fluffy. Yeah, who doesn't like it? It was like a good coming out, like breakout performance, I guess. Even though I think a lot of people were already on board with him. A lot of people were high on him, but after that one, they were like, especially after that. Fluffy is whatever, man. I don't give a fuck about him. I mean, he's a great middleweight to have. I mean, we're lacking interesting middleweight contenders, and especially with Hamzat saying he doesn't want to fight Imavov. All you got is Imavov and Fluffy, right? Also, Fluffy fighting Strickland. If he wins that, he probably should be next up for the title after that. Let's see. This is the UFC announcing the Paramount deal, which is like, oh, nice. It's going to be cheaper in the US. Okay. I don't benefit from it in any way. I'm going to have to pay more than the Americans now while watching it at 5 a.m. still. I know they're going to show the events an hour earlier, and people on Twitter were like, European fans, are you excited for this? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Am I excited that it's not going to be on at 6 a.m., so it's on 5 a.m. instead? It's still shit either way, so I'm going to put that in nice, I guess. I'm looking more forward to the Paramount. I know people are kind of low on the Paramount deal, but I'm still interested to see what they do with it. I did miss lifting weights. No, it's in there, it's in there. Are we getting a Yan Saved Us video? Nah, I kind of dropped the ball on a Yan video. I didn't really know what more. I didn't know how much I could really speak on it, to be honest. Maybe I should have made a video, but I just kind of dropped the ball on it. I'm not going to lie. Jiu-Jitsu, I'm going to die from lack of sleep. Don't worry, we got like an hour left and then you could go to bed. This one's sad. DDP and Hamzat Chimaev. Now this I put as the build-up, the press conference. Everyone behind Hamzat booing DDP. This sucked for me. I didn't like this. I didn't like it at all. Nothing against Hamzat Chimaev. I just didn't like the shit. I didn't like people shitting on DDP. It made me upset, you know. I'm going to put it in sucked. I'm with you, Shaving. I'm going to put... Damn it, most of the chat's with me. You know what? I don't know how it is. I don't know where this event was. I don't know where this... Maybe Vegas, wherever this was. Yeah, I didn't like that. They just shit on DDP. Peak. Now, I'm going to put it in sucked. I'm going to take a stand on that one. This as well right here. This is the actual fight between DDP and Hamzat Chimaev. Also fucking sucked. One of the worst title fights of the year. Would rather watch Juliana Pena fight for the title than this shit. Yeah, fucking terrible. Fucking hated it. Worst fight on the card. All that build up for nothing. Crucified DDP. Impressive, but it was boring as fuck. L? Yeah, we can put it in L, I guess. We'll give him the L for that. We don't even give him the win. It was, for all the anticipation, how exciting it would be, just fucking boring as fuck. And if anyone wants to say blame DDP, I'll blame DDP. It's still fucking boring. So that fight fucking sucked. But what didn't suck was the fight card, which had Lerone Murphy and Pico, which this right here, let me move that. Cinema right there. That is absolute cinema. I don't know if I could put it in peak. I'm going to put that in cinema. I think cinema is valid. Along with Carlos Protez. Neil spinning elbow back. What the fuck am I saying? Yeah, the spinning back elbow on that one as well. Back to back as well, which is fucking nuts. I'm just looking at the stream because you guys can't see this shit anymore. Maybe I should move this here. I'm going to have to keep moving around, but we'll figure this out. We'll make the text really fucking small. Peak, Protez's peak. I think we got to reserve. I don't know. Can I put it on the same level as these fucking beautiful moments right here? I feel like cinema is fair. Maybe we can arrange the order, but I haven't got that far yet. But I think this is... I like how nicely the camera's fitted in here on the tier list. Maybe I can do this, actually. Can I... Yeah, maybe this... Yeah, this will help a little bit. I don't want to give away what I've got going on here, but... Yeah, we got some more space there. All right, this is cool. We can do this. All right, yeah, we're good. No, it's not peak level. Yeah, I agree. I think we can move. But that is cinema right there. Back to back, spinning back elbows. Fucking, thank God those happened because the main event was fucking atrocious. Also, this was on the same card, right? This is Tim Elliott submitting Kaya Sakura, which DJ's legacy lives on. Cinema I might put this in cinema. This was shocking. No one thought this would happen. Also, it kind of helps with the layout here, so I don't have to move the camera again. Yeah, crafty vet Tim Elliott. People forget, man. Tim Elliott. Kaya Sakura's a fraud. Also funny because all the whole Bellator guys, all these guys coming to the UFC, they all suck. Don't spot McGregor when he's lifting weights. Maybe we should move McGregor to make space because I don't think I actually have it in cinema, but love to see it. I think it could go love to see it, to be fair. But I don't know, it is kind of... I don't know, the whole card was so... I'm going to put them all together. They were a great, like, hat trick of performances. And then Hamzat Chimaev just fucking stunk up the rest of the card. But I'll leave it there for now. What the fuck am I looking at here? I guess I'll put this in nice. This is Johnny Walker versus Zhang, where he did the whole Dagestani beard. He ran up to him, shot on him from the first couple seconds, and put himself in full mount. And then he won in the end, so nice to see Johnny Walker win. I was rooting for Johnny Walker, so. Kai Sakura was fighting for the title and got messed with a 41-year-old. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, that did flop. It was funny as fuck to see him get subbed by Tim Elliott as well. Really also helping out with Demetrius Johnson's legacy as well, so. Shang lost the fight designed for him to win. Yeah, it was in Asia, wasn't it? And it was, I don't know, it's just funny. Johnny Walker did the whole Dagestani thing, got put in full mount and still won. All right, this right here, I'm going to put this in MMA moment. This isn't the fight, but this is the whole build-up to Ortega versus Sterling, where Ortega looked like he was actually going to die for the whole fight week. And it looked like he was on death's door trying to make weight. And yeah, it looked like the zombie of Ortega was just that. This was the zombie of Ortega fighting Aljamain Sterling at catchweight. This was so fucking weird. We were just there like, is he going to make weight even though it looks like he's going to die? And he just kept cutting. I mean, they did a catchweight, but like still. And as far as the fight goes, yeah, the fight fucking sucked. Was pretty uneventful. Sterling just kind of cleared all the rounds, and then Ortega started to put it on him at the end, but nothing really happened, really, so. But a good win for Sterling, I guess. All right, big moment here. What do we do for this? This, I think for the whole experience, this right here has to probably be... sorry, I'm just checking the stream real quick. This right here might have to be cinema. This is the Roger Jackson. I feel a bit weird because Psycho Stu might have died that night. But the whole experience was crazy. You had, even mainstream YouTube was covering it. Even mainstream news was covering it. This was a whole fucking thing. This was massive. I actually started a video on the Roger Jackson thing, but I never finished it, which is kind of annoying. I kind of wasted my time not finishing that. The Guru Bedtime and Tracy Collab is cinema. I should have included that. Maybe we could do that at the end. It's an L1 cinema. That's it. It's a lot of things. There's so many things about it. The way it happened, the fact there's such a degenerate fucking... the whole degenerate like culture of streaming and all that shit. He got baited by a bunch of 15-year-olds while he's sitting there waiting at a wrestling event he didn't even want to be at. A grown man not being able to take a fucking can on the head and act like, I don't know, he accepted his apology and then nearly fucking killed a man that day, so, but whoever was watching it live got to nearly watch a fucking... Also, Roger Jackson did that in front of a bunch... There was kids in the audience watching that. If you go back and watch it, when he leaves the ring, there's literally mothers on camera like covering their kids' eyes and they're like distraught with what just happened. I don't know if I could put this in cinema. It seems a bit fucked up. Nah, but it doesn't feel right putting it in low either. It's an MMA moment. That's an MMA moment. Only an MMA fighter would do that. I just realized it's an MMA moment. Did he go to jail? Yeah, he's in jail now. I think he is anyway. He did get in jail. I think he's got like 5 years or something. I don't know if I just made that up, but I think he's got like 5 years or some shit. Cinema, imagine being rage baited by your chat to kill a man live. Yeah, getting rage baited by a bunch of kids on Kick, no less as well. He kept saying he was going to kill him. Should he be in prison for life? Yeah, he should have a lot more years. I think think he should be in there for like 20 years or so. It was fucking insane that he did that. There's no excuse for it. Like, I understand that he was getting like, he had daddy issues going on when he called up his Rampage, and Rampage was like, why are you hugging a man in booty shorts? I can get being annoyed that your dad's taking the piss, but maybe don't try and kill a man because you're upset about your dad making fun of you. There should be a hate to see it. Maybe, should I just put it in L? Should I put it as the biggest L? That is the biggest L of the year. You got rage baited, you nearly killed a man, and you got arrested, and you ruined your whole life for nothing, basically. I'm going to put it in L, I guess. But that was a big moment. Anyway, we got Saint Denis versus Rufy, fraud checking him. I don't want to say fraud checking him. I'm overdoing it saying that. But yeah, killing off the fighting nerds. One of the cooler ones at the time. We only got Carlos Protest left. I don't like Saint Denis. I don't know how I feel. Maybe this is lol. Maybe it's a lol moment. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about this chat. I don't like Saint Denis, so put it in lol. Yeah, I think it's a lol. I think it's because of the fighting nerds, the whole situation. I can see it being lol. This tier list is going to get so messy soon. We're going to have to fill this out. Like, I don't know what to do with the camera. All right, this right here is either MMA moment or lol. This is Kelvin Gastelum missing weight yet again after doing a series on his YouTube page called What was it? Eating tacos with missing weight with Gastelum, where he was eating tacos. Yeah, and then missed weight the next month. So to be fair, this is an L. This is another L right here. Kelvin Gastelum, he's a 5'7" middleweight that can't even make middleweight. Yeah, just a fucking retard, to be honest. I don't know why he's so... I don't know why he can't help himself not be a fat fuck, you know? But we can move on. This right here, chat. We got another peak. We have enough... Let me just take a quick sip of water to prepare myself for this. You can maybe guess, because you know how much I hate this man. You can probably guess what's coming up. We have got... the greatest hate watch of the year. Diego Lopez spinning elbow finishing John Silva. Peak! Oh my God, what a beautiful day. Best hate watch of the year. I fucking hate Sean Silva. You know what, first round, Diego's looking amazing. This is fucking great. Round 2, oh fuck, he's getting pieced up by, oh fuck. Oh, it was looking so good. Oh, fuck's sake. Before you know it, spinning out, back elbow out of nowhere. Boom, let's go. Fucking best day of my life. Oh, God. Peak right there. Love Diego Lopez. You know what? I actually forget. In the heat of the moment, I would happily give him a title shot just for doing that. I would have put a title shot on fucking Sean Silva's head right there. So, peak is where it goes. And I'm glad chat's agreeing. As I can say, absolute cinema. I assume you mean it's cinema rather than being in the cinema tier. But I see everyone else saying peak. You know what, chat? Am I wrong? Let me know, chat. I feel like this is the most unanimously agreed upon hate watch of. I feel like there's a lot of Umar fans that were like in support of Umar here. There was a lot of Bilal fans, but obviously a lot of us enjoyed this. I think everyone fucking hated Jean Silva and they loved this moment. Yeah, I think this is the best hate watch of the year. Sean Silva has the personality of a chihuahua before he got elbowed. Yes, I don't know. I find him cringe. I just don't like. He's a sick fighter. Silva is a sick fighter. Please, dear God, Arnold Allen, please beat him for the love of God. But yeah, as for that, yeah, peak, I guess. I don't know what more I can say about it. But I'm going to say more about it because the follow-up picture here is... yeah, this is an L. This is Silva not handling the loss very well and trying to punch Diego Lopez in the back of the head after losing the fight like a fucking bitch. So, yeah, not only is it in peak, so he's got put in peak for a hate watch and also got put in L for the aftermath. So, L Silva, that is an L Silva right there. I don't know why he couldn't just, I don't know, maybe he's just actually autistic in a way, but... Silva given pure CTE was peak. Yeah, it really kicked in soon. I don't know, this is just fucking disgraceful trying to punch him in the back of the head, but he's going to have to hold that L for the rest of his life. So, oh, fuck. Here we go. Next up, we got in sucked category, and it's not John Jones. It's Dominic Reyes getting finished by Allberg. Oh, you hate to see it. Absolutely. The beautiful comeback of Dominic Reyes. It was fun while it lasted. It was a beautiful free fight streak, but yeah, it came crashing down by my fucking nemesis of the light heavyweight division. I hate to see it, but it is what it is. So, to be fair, I did think Allberg was going to win, but like, oh, it's tough. Who doesn't love Dominic Reyes, you know? Allberg versus the entire UFC roster. Allberg versus the entire UFC. Yeah, if they all just jumped him out, like, if they all set, like, if they had him come up for a press conference against Pereira, and they had him come out on stage, and he realized no one's actually out in the stage, and he just sees all the fighters start to fucking swarm and jump him and kill him today. Not kill him, if YouTube's listening, but like they just beat the fuck out of him. That would be funny. Yeah, I would like to see that. It might invented hate to do it tier. I know what you mean. Weasel Move by Silver. Yeah, it's an L. It's an L, but I already did move on. But moving on to the next thing. All right, we're getting onto a big thing here. I'm actually going to jump the queue. I'm going to do this here so we can go back. Actually, no, never mind. Actually, I don't want to give it away. You know what? We'll do this first. We'll do this. Another peek. We got another peek right here. One of the greatest watches of the year. Pereira getting his belt back. He made Sharma fun to say again. It was cool to say Sharma all over again. Beautiful moment. No one thought it could happen. No one thought it. You know, maybe some people were picking him to win. You would not have picked him to win in 80 seconds. Ankalaev, I think, has the shortest history as a UFC champion. He lasted as UFC champion for 80. He was defending his belt for 80 seconds. Maybe Jessica Andrade and Whaley was short. I don't even think that was quicker. I don't know. He might be the shortest champion to lose his belt we've ever seen. And yeah, just one big bonk on the head, 3 emotes later, and that's all she wrote. So top 3 peak of the year. Yeah, that would be top. That would be up there. If I ordered it, then like it could be up there. But I'm just gonna leave it here for now. But yeah, peak. I can't really say all that much about it because it was only 80 seconds long. I loved him pressuring him up against the fence. I love when he bonked him on the head. I love when he dropped him. I love when he started ground and pounding him. And I loved especially when they said there was a rib injury afterwards, even though Ankalaev just stood back up and walked off as if nothing happened, you know? We can thank JG2 for giving Alex his game plan. That's true. That's true, actually. Should I pull that up, chat? I did say... I'm going to pull that up, actually. Let me find that. That's actually facts. I forgot I did that shit. I need to... If only I actually picked him to win, that would have been fucking crazy. Where is it? Pereira. Where is my... Oh, here it is. Oh, fuck. I got to watch this back. I got to see where I said this shit. Let me see. Well, I look like a fucking mess, Jesus. Where did I say it? Oh, I said it here. Possible, Alex Pereira can win this fight because he powering. Why do I look like? Why am I look like a homeless man here? What the fuck was I going through? What was going on with me? What the fuck was wrong in my life back then? All of humanity is I've been spending every waking minute not eating, not sleeping, and not showering, but instead spending my time researching and planning and strategizing the best way possible Alex Pereira can win this fight. Because he can win this fight. And also, to be fair, I've been spending some time playing Sonic Racing Crossworlds. But besides for that, I have everything noted for how he wins this fight right here. And I'm going to tell you right now. Tell us, go on. Be open-minded, by the way. I'm open-minded. All Alex Pereira has to do here is punch Ankalaev really hard in the head. That's all I've got. And that's all he needed, chat. Hey, who called it? Hey, I call him like I see him. Best prediction of the year. No one thought of that shit. No one thought it was possible but me. That fucking Jack Demo, God. Thank you, Hall and Dan Sock. Maybe the $2 again, bro. I mean, I don't know. I feel like this was when I was getting... I was kind of getting chubbier here. I've kind of put on weight. But I'm trying to cut back down now. But at least the shoulders look okay, I guess. But it's all good. You know, we're getting back there. We're getting back up there, you know. Got a few pounds to lose, but, you know, just real... Oh, fuck, yeah. Anyway, thank you for the $2 again, bro. I appreciate you. W prediction. That's just... If only I just ended the video there, that would be the best video I've ever made. But I had to go on to say I think Ankalaev wins. Fuck's sake. Lewis shared the script. Facts. That's facts, actually. But anyway, yeah, that's peak. Where do we put I don't know why I put... Maybe this is MMA moment. This is when... I was going to do the build-up first, but I didn't want to... Actually, let me move the camera real quick. I don't want to spoil things, but we have the build-up where... This is where Alex Pereira was showing Ankalaev the tweets that he was saying about him. That was blatantly Ali Abdelaziz. And Ankalaev was just very confused with what was happening. So that's the most, because it's Ali Abdelaziz doing the tweets, that is an MMA moment right there. I think this was a funny moment. Also, the fact they have a translator to translate between two different languages. Yeah, that was a whole mess. That was a funny MMA moment. What happened with MMA Joseph? I don't know what did happen with it. I don't know. I don't follow his shit. Can you play Derek Lewis script video? I already did earlier. I did, but I've already done it. I don't want to play it again. Loved when JG2 was depressed on his video for Sharma losing. Then he was happy as fuck in the second fight. Hang on a minute. Let me just check. Let me check that actually. Is that? I don't even remember. Sometimes I don't remember with these videos. I remember everything I said in my videos, but like I don't. All right, let's see. This was. Let's see here. Pereira. All right, that's the Pereira one there. I'm just gonna compare both of them side by side. All right, all right, this is the prediction video. Hang on, let me see. This proves Sharma cures depression. Sharma.
So I'm sure a lot of you have a few questions on your mind, such as, you know, who wins out of Pereira and Ankalaev in the rematch? But more importantly, when's the last time I've showered? Why am I wearing John Jones merch? Where have I been the past month? And why?
Oh yeah, I was gone for like a month. Yeah, I was going through shit. I forgot about that. I was going through a depressing time. I forgot about all this. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. So this was the following video. What's going on? My hair looks awful,
So the
bro.
one and only Alex Pereira has only gone and just saved us all from Magomed Ankalaev. Thank you, God.
The whole room, the whole vibe is just completely like, yeah, I cleaned that whole shit up. That's that's what Pereira wins does to a man, I guess. Anyway, going back to the tier list anyway. Sorry, let me catch up on chat as well. The fact JG2 was wearing John Jones merch just shows how down bad he was. That, to be fair, I did lose a bet, so I had to do it. I lost a bet to high, so I had to do it. But Tom Aspinall, no more Mr. Nice Guy TikTok should be ranked a S tier. Yeah, I don't think to add that, to be honest. But we've got Aspinall stuff to get through for sure. We'll get to that. I don't know what to do with this chat because it's kind of getting messy here. Maybe if we got to bring it back a bit more. I don't want to spoil the Sorry. Oh, yeah, I got to bring it down, don't I? Let's put that like there. I'm trying to make more space here, but it's kind of hard. Stupid Chef with the $2. Thank you, Stupid Chef. I mean, it's your name. I'm not calling you stupid or nothing. You think Waldo can become champion? I don't think so. I think he'll get into a title shot. I think he's going to beat Derek Lewis. And I think, to be honest, he'll deserve a title. If there's going to be an interim title fight or a vacant title, I think he could be deserving. But that being said, Pereira's talking about moving up. He even brought it up how he wants to move up his next fight to heavyweight. So they're going to do Pereira versus Garn probably. Because honestly, Garn don't deserve shit. I want the Aspinall rematch, but Garn don't deserve just unlimited title fights. If you ask me anyway, if there's any kind of integrity at all left, I would say he doesn't deserve one, but he deserves to get. He don't deserve, but Aspinall deserves a rematch at least. But I think Wilder can get a title fight. By then, if you're a heavyweight if you're a heavyweight in a fight, you can win a fight with one shot, right? So he could become champion, but I don't think he will become champion. We hate Wilder. I do hate Wilder, but I do agree. I do hate Wilder because I'm on the Aspinall side, but I do rate what he's doing. I can't blame him for doing the whole eye patch thing. It's working for him. It's working well for him. So I agree with Folk at 1. To be fair, Miller, it's not in order. These are just peak moments, to be fair. But I did put that 1-1 actually. We hate God. We do. That's interesting because Kota doesn't really hate anyone. So that says a lot right there. Why do I see Anthony Lionheart in F tier? Oh, the retirement? Yeah, it was just an L. When he left the Believe You Me podcast to start his own podcast, and no one was watching it, that was another L. Just pretty much anything Anthony Smith does is an L, which his resume kind of says the same thing. Shame ahead, why is Charles dying so high? It's high because you got to give that was cinema. It was a massive event. Ilya getting a fucking massive winning. Ilya becoming a double champion it is cinema. It could even be peak, but I brought it down a notch because it's Charles. Had he done that to Arman Sarukian, then hell yeah, it's in peak. But believe me, I didn't want to see. But to be fair, Miller, Charles did get a win afterwards, so I could kind of live in peace with it a lot more. If I hate Sorry, if I hate someone in UFC, that's crazy. Yeah, but also he does this. Ewo versus Ebo at prelims. I did think to include that, but I don't think I did include it. I should have included it though. That was cinema for sure. Anyway, moving back to the tier list here, we have got Ali Abdelaziz making all the fucking excuses in the book for Ankalaev. And I'm going to put it in love to see it because, yeah, I just love the fact that he fucking... I just love when they expose themselves for not being humble at all. Yeah, you're going to have to hold that L. We don't give a fuck about your made-up broken ribs, even though you were getting fucking ground. He was getting slammed elbows into his ribs, and then he just stood back up and walked off. What fucking broken... He didn't look in any fucking pain at all with his ribs. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Ali Abdelaziz just, fuck this guy, man. He's going to love to see it. You're going to have to hold that L. And yeah. Okay, let's moving on. Oh, no, I do have that included, actually, which will be coming up soon. Anyway, we've got Merab beating Corey Sandhagen. I'm just going to put this in nice. I don't really think all that much of it. It was nice. Had he finished Sandhagen, I'd put in love to see it. But because we got 3 rounds of kind of nothingness afterwards, I'm like, it's cool, it's nice. I was happy with it. I was glad Merab won, but don't really care all that much, if I'm being honest. It's probably the least, like, notable win of his reign, right? I mean, he didn't break his legs, did he? Oh, yeah, no, it is cope. Like, I don't think Ankalaev was actually... I'm sure he had injuries going into it, but he didn't have anything, like, he didn't have broken ribs. Let's be honest, that was bullshit. Anyway, moving on, we got... Oh, shit. Okay. We got more cinema right here. Yuri Prohaska versus Khalil Roundtree. A depressing couple first rounds, but round 3. Round 3, Yuri Prohaska. When Yuri knows he's losing and he realizes probably shouldn't be losing this and just decides to fucking put it on them. What a fucking round. Maybe could be round of the year if it weren't for Ewo and Ebo. But yeah, that's got to be one of the rounds of the year. Chad, do you want it in... I don't know if I could put it in... Chat, that can't be... It's cinema. It is cinema. I don't know if it's peak necessarily. Chat, because the first 2 rounds weren't great. Even in terms of entertainment, it wasn't the most entertaining first couple rounds. But round 3 was fucking peak. But I think in general, I think I'm going to go cinema on this. Because also, I like Khalil Roundtree. So it's like, if I didn't like Khalil Roundtree, I'd put it in peak. But because I like Khalil, and I was sad to see him fumble at the end. But I love Yuri Prohaska so much. I would put it in peak for Yuri, but I think cinema is fair. I think that's a fair way to go. We can even put it next to his Jamal Hill one right here. And we got more Yuri to come as well. So, Yuri wasn't going to lose. Yeah, I like when someone asked him, like, so you were down 2 rounds. He was like, no, I wasn't losing the first 2 rounds because I was always going to win the fight. I was like, wow, that was base as fuck, even though you could... Oh, actually, here we go. This right here. Chat, where do we put this random guy in the crowd during this event? I think this was 320, right? At the 320 event, just in the crowd holding a baby. Probably not healthy for the child to be in that environment, but it made for a good meme, so I don't know where we put this. Not gonna lie, I wanted Khalil to win. I mean, if you prefer Khalil, I like Khalil, but like Yuri Prohaska is literally one of my favorites, so I just love Yuri Prohaska, so it was cinema for me at least. Did you put Yuri crying to Pereira? We got it coming up. It'll come up. But as for this, I'm guessing this is LOL. Actually, you know what, chat? This is MMA moment. This is you would only get this in MMA. At least I'm sure you'd see a baby at like an NBA game or something. But like, there's something about doing it in MMA that's so different. I don't know. I think it's an MMA. I think it's an MMA moment. Why he look like Sandhagen? Yeah, he kind of does. He kind of does look like Sandhagen. Sorry, someone brought up the... what was it I was looking for? Someone just mentioned it. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. I know I had it. I must have had it in it somewhere. Oh, here it is. Let me do it because it's kind of relevant to this event. All right, so we got all of that. Next up. This might be... this might be peak, though. Yuri Prohaska, front row, crying of joy. Having the most successful hate watch of Ankalaev. I'm going to put it next to Pereira Ankalaev. So it's kind of fitting. No one happier to see Ankalaev get squashed in 80 seconds than Yuri Prohaska, crying of joy like an anime antagonist coming around to the protagonist. This is Vegeta watching Goku fighting Kid Buu, coming to terms with how good with Pereira's great. I don't know, this is the funniest fucking coolest moment of the year. I'm going to put that in peak. It goes so well with it as well. After the whole Khalil Roundtree fight, that's fucking insane. Do you have Peter Yan destroy Peter Yan? I'm guessing you mean Marab, but it'll be in there. It'll be in there. To be fair, chat, there's no way people are coming in here looking at all the shit. Chat, I have Dana White showing up at the WWE. I'm going to have Peter Yan Marab for sure. Def Peak. Give us a recap of every single thing in each tier. All right, we can take a quick little couple minutes to break it down for those that missed out. So we got... Obviously, we got peak. Obviously, the greatest, most glorious moments of the year. We got Volkanovski getting his belt back. Who doesn't love Volkanovski? Like, this was a moment for This was a moment for the MMA world right here. Along with Tony Ferguson getting a win. May not be UFC. May have been in a boxing match against a chubby salt puppy. But we take what we can get. So this is on his knees crying of joy. Marab, Umar, Hate Watch. Need I say more? We got JDM Bilal. Just one of the, just peak. It, you know, Islam fight kind of ruins it, but even nonetheless, still a great fight. We got Dustin getting the best dad ever belt from his daughter after retiring. May not be undisputed, but he's the best dad to ever do it right there. We got Diego Lopez, Sean Silva, Hate Watch. Pereira Ankalaev 2, 82nd fucking mauling by Pereira right there. And then Yuri obviously crying of joy. As for cinema, we got Yuri versus Hill, Yuri versus Round. Basically, any Yuri fight that will ever happen is always going to be in cinema at the very least. You have Sal killed knocking out Jubilee after Jubilee thought he was the shit, thinking he could beat Khabib. And then he found out he ain't that guy. So India MMA really took a big L that day. Still waiting for them to get a real contender. And yeah, the pride of Pakistan, Sal killed, really made a name for himself with that one. Rufi, one of the knockouts of the year against Bobby Green, Queen Green, King Green, whatever you want to call him. Undisputed in our hearts. That's true. That's true. Best to never do it for sure as well. Now, Yuri wanted that rematch. What rematch are we talking about? I don't know what you mean. What about the corpse, that thing, Brendan Allen walkout? It became, I don't know what, I don't recall. Bro, that what corpse? So anyway, let me get back to recapping. We got Bo Nickel getting fraud check. That was a big moment for everyone. Ilya Charles, I hate it because it's Charles losing, but Ilya, massive event, becoming double champion. It is cinema. A round 1 KO over Charles, it was a massive moment, right? Fan versus Royval, fight of the year, potentially, depending on what you got. Derek Lewis, after saying the UFC scripted, and they've scripted him to get a round 1 KO on Teixeira, then goes and does it. Absolute fucking cinema. Darren Till nuking Rockhold, Dustin Poirier retiring, the back-to-back spinning elbow KOs, Kaya Sakura getting fraud checked by Tim Elliott, and McGregor getting his meat leaked by himself, sending it to... what's her name? What the fuck's her name that he sent it to? Celia Banks, I think that's her name. I thought she was a tennis player for some reason, but I found out I think she's a rapper. So, not to be mistaken with the other black lady. That's, what's her name? I know there's a famous black tennis player, and people thought that's why I thought that, but it wasn't because of that. I just thought the names were, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But either way, yeah, he told her not to leak it and don't be a rat, but she did. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the rest you can kind of figure out. I feel like I can't really recap all of this. I feel like I'll be here all day, you know. Holy shit, so many things have. How long have I been gone? Oh yeah, I don't know. It's, we still got a lot to get through as well. Anyway, let me get back to it because I don't know how. I don't know. I kind of just started rambling there, and I kind of lost my train of thought, to be honest. But anyway, Charles Oliveira versus Gamrot. I might be biased and put it in peak because it's either cinema, but if I'm being biased because I love Charles, I might put this in peak. I'm going to put it in cinema. To be honest. Someone showed a photo of a kidnapped woman during Brendan Allen's walkout. Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, I forgot to include that. But yeah, I don't think it's too... I don't know why I guess that would be in MMA moments, but yeah. The Bronx is cinema. You know what else is cinema, chat? Him holding his baby like it's Lion King. I don't know why he did that. And it was I think that was like the following event after 320 where the random guy was holding his fucking baby as well. Chat, wouldn't it be funny if they found out this wasn't even his kid either? He just fucking took it off the streets. It's cinema because it was kind of expected for Charles to win. I don't know. I think a lot of people thought Charles was washed and like he was chinny and he was cooked. But I think I don't know if, let's have a look. Charles Oliveira Gamrot Tapology. Let's see what fans were voting for because I don't actually know. I feel like it would be close, but more people would pick Gamrot in this. Okay, no, I'm way wrong. Most people are pick. All right, fair enough. Most people had Oliveira winning. Never mind. But moving on. This is Derrida quitting on the stall in the Brendan Allen fights. I'm going to put... I know that's an L. That is an L, especially because it's against Brendan Allen that I don't particularly like. Kind of rooting against him. Even though I don't rate Derrida the highest, I was definitely rooting for him. And yeah, that was not the way to go out. So I'm going to put that in L. I feel like if you just kind of give up on the stool... Granted, listen, I'm not one to judge. I ain't a fighter. I can't blame him, but... that is an L. You literally are accepting the L. You know, there's no way around it, right? Guys, can we not talk about Derrida? Well, that's the last of Derrida right there. So, moving on to the next L. John Jones playing around with Hasbulla with a rock-hard erection. Thankfully, I cropped it out so you guys don't have the misfortune of actually seeing the erection in action. Unfortunately for Hasbulla, his eyes do lock onto it and he does look quite distraught from it. But yeah, massive L. Getting an erection around a grown man that's got dwarfism, so he has the size of a child. Maybe check the hard drives. But yeah, moving on. Peak. No, I don't think we could put it in peak. Even as a joke, it is a fucking L, to be honest. All right, chat, let me just move this because we got, this is getting a bit crazy over here. All right, next up. I guess this is going to be number one of sucked. This is the Tom Aspinall eye poke. Don't know how else I can judge it other than this. I guess the aftermath of it all would be MMA moment with how, like, we're blaming Aspinall for the eye poke, all the discourse around it. But the whole thing fucking sucked. Even, I'm pretty, how did I crash out on it? I do know I crashed out over it, so let me see. Since I'm watching back. I do remember this was a crash. I remember this was a crash out.
So before making a video, I thought I would take the day to just calm down, settle my nerves, reflect on what happened at Aspinall Fest over the weekend, and come with
my voice is actually got. I forgot when we were doing the companion for the fight. I went on a whole 10-minute speech about our ancestors dying to the French, and Tom can't let their deaths go in vain. So yeah, I really let off. My voice was cooked at this point.
Reasonable video regarding all of it, and I just can't even do all that. I fucking hate you, Cyril Gard. I fucking hate you with every fiber of my being. I hate you. I hate your stupid bald fucking head. I hate you so much. I'm going to be praying on your downfall day and night that you get Dan Henderson in the rematch, and I will be there laughing every fucking second of it. And my hatred doesn't even end at Cyril Gard. I hate your bum-ass coach loser, Fernan Lopez.
I forgot I said all this.
If you don't know him, get to know him, Google his name, and oh, while you're Googling it, just at the end of it, add ex-wife abuse, see what comes up, come to your own conclusion. We know what kind of man you are. I even hate your teammates. I hate the people that
that's enough. I crashed out. I even went as far as to try and I did expose him. You can Google about him and his ex-wife, but yeah. Bro, I was raging. I was loving it. Yeah, I forgot I actually crashed out that much, but it makes sense because I fucking hate Garn, you know, so. But yeah, I'm going to put that in sucked. It did fucking suck. And then I'm going to put in L, Anthony Smith and Chael Sonnen. Their fucking bullshit fucking yip-yap afterwards, saying how Tom quit. Even though Anthony Smith is the biggest known quitter we've ever fucking seen. He has more losses than wins against ranked opponents in the UFC. I think he's 13-12 in the UFC. His resume in the UFC is a fucking flip of a coin. He got a title shot of beating a washed fucking Shogun and Rashad Evans. A Rashad Evans that was coming off a 4-loss streak, or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, got a fucking win over Gustafsson. That's the biggest win of his career, even though Gustafsson was mentally checked out. Fucking hate Anthony Smith, bro. I'm going to do the Anthony Smith video soon. Chael Sonnen, the biggest moment of his career is literally quitting. So, yeah, fuck them. That was a shit moment. And you know what else I'm going to put in sucked? Ignore how weird the picture is for this, but, you know, it's the only one I can find. The Tom Aspinall shorts, I fucking hate them. I really, I don't know why the UFC were this lazy. Sure, put the Union Jack on. These look fucking shit. There's no, like, they are the worst custom shorts I've ever seen. Anthony Smith, not because of the Union Jack. Obviously, you know, I'll rep the flag. But, like, these just look fucking bummy as fuck. The shorts do suck. I don't know why they just look fucking terrible. They look tacky as well, but Anthony Smith has spent more time in the cage with John Jones than Tom has in his entire career. A lot of people. Yeah, but Anthony Smith just fucking sucks. It is what it is. I like how Tom loves the UK, but the shorts are fucking awful. Yeah, no, they are awful. To be fair, I don't think Tom really cared to have custom shorts. I don't think he asked for this, but I don't know. They just look... The normal Phenom shorts actually still look better. Just give him black and gold shorts. They would have looked cooler. He's actually worn them before, and they did look better. Garner's a notorious cheater, even discounting his most recent one. He is a craven creature. Yeah, he is he's a notorious cheat. He'll punch you in the back of the head. He'll eye poke you. He'll do all the dirty shit under the book. All the fucking cheats under the book, he'll do them. Peter Yansei Marab is gay. Gotta be peak. I think I've actually included that. But anyway, moving on. What do we do for this? This is either meh, L, or sucked. This is Mackenzie Dern becoming a UFC champion. I don't know why they had to let Wei Li give up her belt. She's just going to go back down and beat her ass. This is kind of like a... This says a lot about the state of women's MMA that we got Mackenzie Dern as champion. I don't even like the way MMA media just goon over her. So, yeah, I find that lame. Yeah, I think it's kind of meh or L. I'm just going to put it in meh for now so we can fill this up a bit. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm just going to move on. We got Waldo. Waldo with the eye poke. Finishing D'Elia after D'Elia stuck up for Tom, saying he never eye pokes anyone. Then he actually got an eye poke, and then he thought he won the fight, and then he got finished by Waldo afterwards. Waldo taking a break to recover, finishing D'Elia 40 seconds later or whatever it was. I gotta respect it. The whole eye patch thing, even though I'm against him, maybe it's a lull. Maybe it's a lull moment. I can't say I love to see it because I'm kind of against him. I'm going to put it in MMA moment. Yeah, you know what? I'll give it an MMA moment. I'll give it... Because you know what? On top of everything else, he did that. Even though it makes sense he did that because it's kind of getting his name out there in the division. He basically took the stance of, no, actually, eye pokes are actually good. We should actually allow our opponents to eye poke us. We should take a stand that we shouldn't quit when we take eye pokes. I think that was lame. So, but I respect it. I respect the hustle. And he's on a great run right now. So, JG2, is it just me or does the UFC shorts look uncomfortable to wear? Depends on what shorts you wear. If you wear the tight ones, maybe. But, like, I like the ones with the cut down the sides. Is that just me? If you have, like, the tight boxers on with the shorts with the slit down the side, and they kind of, like the Usman one. I think Usman wears them, or Max Holloway. I think those are the best ones to wear. How is the stream on my Xbox faster than on my phone? I don't know. Maybe it's just how Microsoft move. We love Waldo. I can't say I do. I respect the hustle. I do respect it. But if you're going to stand against Aspinall, you're standing against me. So anyway, moving on. This chat. I feel like this might... I'm going to put this in love to see it, but this could be peak. I'm going to put this in peak. I actually don't give a fuck. This is Volkov beating Almeida. Yeah, this was just a good day for MMA. This was a day for combat sports where judges came to their senses and they weren't going to allow this absolute fucking disgraceful fucking wet blanket cunt get a fucking lame-ass decision. Couldn't be happier that... what the fuck? Almeida lost. Really made my day that evening. As you remember, I was crashing out over it if you were there for the fight companion. I think I smashed a plate when he kept shooting on him. Even Goddard was standing him up non-stop just for Almeida to keep shooting on him and did nothing on the ground. Fuck Almeida. I hope they cut him because I couldn't give a fuck about him. So, yeah. Shout out to Volkov. That's our guy right there. Still my boy. When the judges got it right for once. Yeah, no, the thing is, even though everyone would be like, well, what? Actually, there were some people saying Almeida won. But if people thought that, if anyone was saying that, you don't like the sports. You know what I mean? So, glad Volkov got it. He did deserve it as well. Because fuck Almeida, fuck his game plan. Fuck him trying to wet blanket him to a win. So, what kind of tier list is this? We're just ranking all the moments of the year. Pretty much just anything you could think of that happened this year, we're ranking it basically. Which next up, I don't know what this is. This is, what do we have here? This is the Sal killed head kick. This was cinema. This was cinema right here. And his parents owned a bakery. Yeah, gotta give it. It's cinema. There's no way around it. Absolute fucking cinema. One of the craziest, most nastiest head kicks I've ever seen. He was laid out dead for like 5. I shouldn't say dead because it actually felt like he was going to die. He was unconscious for like 10 minutes straight. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about it. It's just absolute fucking cinema. Sal killed on an absolute fucking tear. The pride of Pakistan right there. And yeah, can't wait for his next one. Against Dariush, who has no chin left. So he's going to pick up a... Iranian or whatever. I forgot what Dariush is ethnically, but I know he reps Iran. So, what do we have here? This is Valter Walker getting his 4th heel hook of the year. Yeah, I love to see it. Absolute. Actually, you know what? I could say it's cinema. Chat, getting 4 heel hooks, just farming fat blobby heavyweights. I get it's not the highest level, but 4 heel hooks in a row, like that is cinema. Surely that's got to be cinema, right? Rank Peyton Talbot and Frank Ocean facial. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but we've got more Peyton Talbot to go. Where's the Leon smiling? It's coming up. Believe me, it is coming up. I find that shit hilarious. Cinema can work too. I think cinema, I love to see it, but I think it's more cinema that I don't particularly love it, but like I am blown away by it, I guess. All right, what do we have coming up next? We have got, okay, I actually can't see what's coming up next, so I just saw fucking Chris Barnett with his pants down. Yeah, this was on the Tom Aspinall card. I did a companion during this. I've never laughed so... Chat, for any of you that were there, I've never laughed so hard at a fight in my life. His fat wouldn't allow for him to keep his pants on, and then he had his pants pulled down, and then Humdy shoved his face straight into his ass, and he was literally bouncing on it. He did foul Chris Barnett. Chris Barnett's been cut since then. This was one of the shittest fights you'll ever see. It was kind of embarrassing. But this was funny. This is the most lol. It's either MMA moment, but it's so funny. I think it's just in lol. I think this is the most lol fight I've ever seen. But it should be... I feel like this... Actually, I might put it in MMA moment. I don't know, chat. It was so peak. Do we put... I want to be serious with peak, though. I feel like this is lol or... I'm going to put this MMA... This is the most heavyweight MMA thing that could have ever happened. I'm going to put it in MMA moment. Next up, we need to get through these because I didn't realize it's 2.5 hours in. Yuri Prohaska graduating from a university. Love to see it. Bro's getting his education while fucking piecing up Jamal Hill and Roundtree. Collecting finishing fighters. Finishing his education. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. We're moving on to Ronda Rousey's absolute delusions. Actually, not even delusion, because she's right on the Joe Rogan. Her on that podcast talking a lot of shit. The Joe Rogan thing was right, what she said about Joe Rogan just being a fan. The thing about Khabib saying that fans are on his dick, she's just salty as fuck. So, yeah, I'm going to put it in L, to be honest. I think it's either L or I love to see Ronda being fucking delusional. But I think I'm going to put it in L. I think it's an L for Ronda, as usual. The FBI investigating during the betting scandal going on. MMA moment. It's the most MMA thing I can imagine happening. I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner. I'm surprised it ain't happened sooner. But yeah, very MMA-esque, right? Ronda shadowboxing. Oh yeah, Ronda shadowboxing and losing to the Shadow. That's an L as well. That's an L for Ronda. Common Ronda L seems to be the way Ronda goes, I guess. MMA moment. Damn, bro's list is crazy right now. Yeah, is it? We have. I didn't realize I had this much. Hang on, let me see. Fine, we still got some more to get. We actually got quite a bit to get through still. Like, we got a lot to get through. Actually, we're nearly done, to be fair, but like there's still quite a few. There's like 2 rows left. So John Jones mocking Tom Aspinall, despite the fact that we know he ducked him. He refused $30 million to fight him and was celebrating as if it was his win, even though Garn didn't win. Said Tom Aspinall's jiu-jitsu and wrestling is overrated, even though he showed no jiu-jitsu in that fight. And yeah, ducking coward bitch. So it's an L. Celebrating. And you know what's funny is, for a man that his biggest win is a no contest against DC, kind of doesn't seem, like, it doesn't seem new for John to celebrate new contests. But it's a new low to be celebrating another man's no contest. So celebrating Garn's no contest like it's a win, it's an L. No, make a new tier just below L. Now, but I don't want to mess with the whole order now. We kind of got so much going on. I don't want to fuck with it, to be honest. I mean, and I'm also covering so much shit up as well. But it's all good. It's all good. We're nearly done anyway, so. Where's Tom saying he will retire John without even fighting him? That was last year. John Jones. There was a lot of things I thought that happened, but there was a lot of things last year. All right, we got the... I probably should have made this its own thing. Can I take this out? I'm going to take that out because... Okay, we got... I don't know why I included this. I guess this is an MMA moment. This is just Aiden Ross collabing with Islam again. I thought there was something funny in here, but I guess not really. So, you know what? I'll just put it in there. I'll put it with the other one. But what was funny is Aiden Ross getting choked out by Ali Abdelaziz. The fact that it's Ali and he has main character syndrome and he has to be a cunt all the time kind of makes me think it's MMA moment. I don't even love to see it because I don't like Ali. And in fact, I do have it here somewhere. Where is it? Where he gets choked out. Chat, just look at this, right? This is fucking... chat, he's such a cunt for this. He grabs his wrist. He's tapping. He knows he's looking at him tap. He's looking at him tap while he feels him tapping. He taps with the other hand. He's flailing his legs to tap. He's tapping again on both arms. And then he just chokes it. Just an absolute cunt. I just fucking don't like Ali Abdelaziz at all. He's got he's 50 and he's got main character syndrome. Absolute fucking loser, bro. So I'm going to put that in MMA moment because it's just an MMA moment. And we're going to get on to Islam versus JDM. It fucking sucked. I hated the fight. It was boring as fuck. I don't care who you blame. The fight's fucking boring and I don't want to fucking watch it. Bullying Aiden Ross for content is peak though, so I love to see it. But I actually don't like Ali more. Like, I prefer Aiden Ross to Ali Abdelaziz, you know what I mean? And that's saying a lot because I don't like Aiden Ross. But if I had to pick one between the two, I'm watching two retards fight, I'm going to pick Aiden Ross, you know? Bro got arrested on... we know about his 5 passports on a certain date and getting pulled off a certain something, but it is what it is. You're only allowed to say that if it's not true. Bro couldn't do that to me. The uppercut lands when he shoots. Fair enough, fair enough. Islam Makhachev becoming a double champion, though? I'm not even gonna include it because I just fucking hate the fight. Islam is gonna be a goat, but like, fuck, that fight was so fucking shit. I'm just gonna move on. Whaley versus Shevchenko. Fucking sucked. I fucking hate Shevchenko. Fuck, man. Fuck Shevchenko. I'm getting pissed off now. I'm getting pissed off at my own tier list. Fuck Shevchenko. Fuck her wet blanketing Whaley. If women's MMA wasn't bad enough, losing Whaley to Shevchenko just so she could stink up the division further. Even stunk up the Sphere card with the Grasso trilogy. Stink up the Whaley fight. I don't give a fuck if you're a hardcore fan or not. I thought it was boring as fuck. Couldn't give a fuck about it. Absolute snooze fest. Yeah, I'm over Shevchenko. I'm waiting for her to just retire and hang it up. I'm kind of sick of her. But what do we have next here? We've got Michael Morales versus Sean Brady. I'll go nice. It was a nice performance, to be fair. I feel like it's a bit harsh, but I don't know if I can necessarily say love to see it. But I'm a big Michael Morales fan. I'm really high on him right now. And yeah, it was a great performance, to be fair. I know you're going to rank it, but quickly, what do you think on Pantoja broken arm right now? I know people are mad at Joshua Fan for celebrating, but he's like a 24-year-old guy that just won a belt and changed his whole family's lives. Or change his life at least. I don't know if the UFC pays that well. And yeah, I think it's a win for Fan. I don't look at it like Fan beat Pantoja, but like it is a win. Like you got to give him the belt. Nothing illegal happened. Pantoja, you know, he didn't break his fall well enough, I guess. So, which will probably be coming up soon. But what's coming up next is Leon Edwards smiling as he sees his downfall come at him in the form of Carlos Pratez's fist. I think this is cinema. Chat, is this not cinema? There's something so weird about a guy. I know it's like the spasms of like getting knocked out and getting dropped, But him just there, like, cheesing so much. Carlos Protest follow-up shot is so fucking funny. I need to find an actual picture of it. Hang on. Leon Edwards smiling. Knockout. I don't think you can find a good picture of it, to be fair. Open. All right, at least I can make it a bigger image of it. Chat, this is the funny. This might be the funniest shit I've seen all year. There's even a better picture. I don't know where to find it, but this shit is so funny. This is cinema for me. It was poetic. I don't know what. It's such a weird. I don't know. You never seen anything like it. It's so weird, but I love it so much. But let's try and wrap this up. To be honest. Saint Denis and Dariush. I don't love to see it because I'm not a Saint Denis fan. It's not. I can't say it's a crazy. He has no chin. You know what? I take that back. It's a lull. It's a lull. Especially the fact that, chat, if you were watching the companion, I'm pretty sure I was gassing up. I picked Dariush and I gassed him up to win even during the fight, and then he just got slept out cold. So I'm gonna put it in lull. Leon's like, I'm about to get knocked out. How good? Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I just can't get over this. Even when I was making my video after this event, I was actually dying looking at this. This is one of the funniest things all year. This might be the most I've laughed at something all year with MMA. How come you're not the biggest Saint Denis fan? I don't want to say it if I leave this as a public stream because it might get me in trouble. What the fuck is this? We're just ranking up every moment of the year. Why do people dislike Saint Denis? It's not his fault in particular. There's another reason why. I can't say it publicly. So Leon had insomnia. He was just happy. He was going to sleep. That's true. Finally, at least he got some sleep this time. But what do we have up next? We have got... What is this? Oh, shit. Bo Nichols head kick KO over Vieira. So... Is it cinema? I mean, it's a crazy knockout KO. It is cinema. It was out of nowhere. The performance itself was very good by Bo. He looked very improved. You know what? I think this is where is it? I feel like this is a nice way to put it. We'll put it next to his Derrida performance because he really grew from that. Even though he's not fighting Derrida here, but like his wrestling was looking good in this fight. He was throwing him around, and then he gets the head kick KO out of nowhere. It was a crazy knockout. I gotta put it in cinema. I'm gonna do it as his redemption. He's on his redemption arc here, so it's nice. It's fitting to be next to the Derrida one. I don't like Bo, but it was a great... Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm kind of indifferent on Bo Nickel, but like the head kick KO was fucking ridiculous. And you would never expect it to be in his arsenal either as well. The fuck? Right as the fight got boring, he got a highlight. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Because the first round, I think it was the first round, his wrestling was looking great. The second round was a bit more uneventful. And then the third round, he just fucking blasted a head kick KO out of nowhere. Everyone clowned everyone, and he made a comeback. Yes, I'm happy for him, to be fair. It was a nice moment. It was a kind of accepted moment. Like, you know what? You ain't that bad, Bo. You ain't that bad. Ain't my favorite, but he is overhated. He kind of deserved it for a little bit, but like some people overdo it a little. After, you know what? Once he humbled himself and he was like, yeah, I could be on the prelims. I'm not really that pressed about it. Once he humbled himself and realized he has a lot of work to put in, I think there was no reason to hate him from there. You know, and then that performance showed it as well. So let's see. What do we have next up? We have got... We're nearly getting there. Oh, sorry. This is... I forgot you pronounced his name, but I'm going to say Ewing versus Wellmaker. Second short notice opponents for Wellmaker. Even though I was rooting for Wellmaker and we all thought this was a can he was about to crush. Crazy show up for Ewing. Shows up at Madison Square Garden. And yeah, gets a crazy upset. He actually looked great in this fight as well. And I'm going to be interested in his next fight. I think I might put it in love to see it, even though I was rooting for Wellmaker. But like, how can you not? Like, it's such a cool story. Like, you can't not be excited about it, right? Chat, can I zoom out of this? And like, with that, I probably should have thought of that soon, actually. That makes a lot more sense if I just zoom out. No, spoiling. I should have. Why did I not think of that? I really should. I don't know if you can still see that well enough, chat, but I think that's good, right? That should be a. Hang on, we could make this bit bigger so it works a bit. There we go. Oh no, I'm doing it the wrong way. I'm being a retard right now. My bad. Let's just put that right there. All right, that should be good. That should be good. And then I can move this up here, even though I'm going to block a lot of the cinema. And I can make the chat a bit bigger. All right, there we go. There we go. I feel we're good. Just do this. Pop that there. There we go. There we go. Do this. There we go. We're good. I'm blind as a bat, but sure, that works. Just listen to the commentary, I guess. That was a great ass fight. I forgot what fight we were even... Oh, yeah, the E-Wing and Wellmaker one. Yeah, it was, for sure. A big upset as well. So, next up, I'm guessing this was at that event. We got John Pork scrapping... Or about fucking 20 Dagestani scrapping with Dylan Dennis backstage. I'm going to put this as MMA moment. I don't particularly, like, side with either side. I think it's... I'm going to be honest, chat. I think it's lame as fuck that you're going to jump a guy because you're upset because he made an AI video of Ali Abdelaziz and Islam Makhachev making out. If you're that upset by an AI video of that, I think that's kind of lame, to be honest. I'm kind of on Dennis's side on that part, to be honest. But yeah, it's just vintage MMA moment. 21st one is a pussy shit. Yeah, it's also I don't even like the reason. The reason behind it, he showed an AI video of them kissing. Like, why would you care that much? I would just, if someone showed that to me, I'd be like, okay, all right. Jumping on anyone when you're an elite level fighter is just kind of pussy. Yeah, and John Pork was punching him to the back of the head and shit. I get everyone hates Dennis, but like, I don't know. It's just like, it's not that deep. Like, I don't know. I think you look weak if someone shows the AI video of your boys kissing. That makes you think you need to jump him. Like, why would I be okay, that's funny, I guess. But anyway, different cultures, I guess. Anyway, we've got John Pork as a meme. I'm going to say this is, again, MMA moment. This is just purely Shanko being a John Pork meme because Islam Makhachev pronounced his name a little bit weird that one time. But to be fair, this is the MMA moment because MMA fans have taken to this so much, they're making him a star just because Islam said his name a bit weird one time. Def MMA moment? For sure, I think it is for sure. Also lame how Dennis got banned when they should have banned at least. I saw the mayor of someone from New York politically is he's trying to get them in trouble. Like he's trying to ban them or something. I didn't follow it up too much. To be honest, I didn't care all that much. But yeah, I feel like you should have repercussions for starting a brawl. Like maybe, like I don't know what the reason would be to start a brawl. That would be justified. But AI videos of your boys kissing, I don't think is it, to be honest. But to be fair, I just wouldn't like. I don't know. I wouldn't get offended. I don't think there's anything someone would offend me by that I'm gonna go and fucking physically jump them. He's gonna have to legally change his name to John Pork. I don't think he's gonna be doing. I don't even want to get into it. I just know there's a religious thing that people don't like about it, but like it is just a meme at the end of the day. So we've got Arman Sarukian headbutting Dan Hooker at the weigh-in. I'm going to put MMA moment. It's just classic MMA right there. Arman Sarukian has the IQ of a fucking fridge and the personality of a freezer. The guy is like... I've got a theory that Arman Sarukian's too dumb to follow up on his dad's company. So they don't want him around the company. So he's just made an MMA career for himself. And somehow the sport is dumb enough for him to succeed in it. But yeah, fucking just a dumb fuck, to be honest. We love Dan Hooker. I do love Dan Hooker. I don't really like Arman Sarukian, but like, even with my bias aside, still dumb. Like, just lame as fuck to headbutt him for no reason at all as well. I know the reason is, he was trying to make me flinch. You really proved him by headbutting him back. JJ, have you ever been in a street fight? No, thankfully not. Can't be messing up this pretty face, right? You know, even though I'm spotty as fuck right now. Where's Ankalaev versus Alex 2? I've already done it. It's in Peak over here, along with Yira Prohaska crying of joy watching it himself. All right, next up, we've got... What is this? Right? All right, no, not that. Not my right click. What is this? Oh, sorry. This is the Arman Sarukian performance against Dan Hooker. It was a nice performance. I don't love to see it because I was rooting for Dan Hooker. It was a masterclass. It was a very good performance, but I'm just going to put it in nice. I don't really think all that. I don't think too much more of it other than that. Arman is quintessentially rich boy. Yeah, no, I feel like he's just too dumb to take over the father's business, so he just fights for a living. And he can't even do that right most of the time. Arman's sure he has autism. I don't know, it's just, I don't know, something about his, I don't know, maybe it's rich boy shit, I don't know. Not being in a street fight is kind of lame, not gonna lie, sorry bro. No, I'm just kind of not fucking sensitive to things. I don't know, I just think I'm not a dumb fuck. Especially if you're someone that's willing to be fair, if you're defending yourself, makes sense. But if you're gonna start a street fight on concrete, you are low IQ. Chat, that's a fact as well. Even if you're a professional fighter, no matter who you are, if you're starting a fight on concrete, you are just dumb as fuck. Either you're going to fucking get hurt there, or you knock someone out, they smash the back of their head on concrete. Like, you are a dumb fuck. You might kill a man because what? He fucking said your mum's fat or some shit. Base take. I don't know, people like, I don't care to, like, obviously I'm not tough. I make YouTube videos. I know you're not trying to say it like that, but like, I make YouTube, obviously I'm not tough. If someone wanted to start a fight with me, I'm not going to engage in it. I'm going to defend myself the best way I can, but I'm not going to just start fights with people. People forget, man, JG2 mugs 99% of the population. I don't know if I go that far. Maybe like 94%, something like that. Have you ever been in a fight, physical altercation before? Yeah, back in the day, in like year 4, something like that. Who wins? Max versus Charles 2. It's a miracle nobody died fighting in KOTS yet. Anyway, moving on. I'm just kind of getting delirious now. I'm seeing the end of the tunnel here. I was doing Sander back in the day, so I thought I was invincible. All right, chat, let me just take a quick sip and finish up this tier list. I think we got like 15 more things to go. We're nearly done with the fights, and then we got some weird stuff to come up, so. Okay. All right, getting some brain cells back. Your stream is the place I rest my brain in the end of university semester. I'm glad, to be fair, chat, I'm glad you enjoy the stream. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of them for sure. And maybe do some more. I don't want to do all tier lists, but also do some more tier lists as well. When we can figure something to do, right? But anyway, we're nearly done with this one. So let's wrap this up, shall we? We got Ian Gary versus Bilal Muhammad. Ian Gary being dirty with the eye pokes. Bilal making it boring as fuck. It was, I don't know, it's just kind of, I feel meh. I don't like Ian Gary. I poked him. He blatantly I poked him in the first one. The second one wasn't too bad, with a picture of him doing a double jab for some reason. Yeah, I don't feel really any type of way about it. It sucked. I don't even feel like it sucked. I'm just kind of like, meh. I was rooting for Bilal, but like, meh. That's whatever. I should have mentioned the Bilal files. I should have put that in here. I forgot about that. But anyway, what we do have though is Ian Gary versus Hamzat Chimaev backstage. MMA moment. It's an MMA moment. I actually side with Hamzat Chimaev on this. I feel like Ian Gary was instigating and being a cunt to him. And I don't know why people didn't pick up on this even before all the other angles came out. But when he just stops and turns to Hamzat and he goes, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I thought he was asking for it, basically. I know he was generally like talking like a cunt to him, but I thought he just, to be fair, I don't think Hamzat should have pushed him, but like, I ain't gonna blame him for it. It's Ian. Have you heard the guy talk? I can't blame him for it. You're rooting for Bilal, remember? Okay, let's not be going too far there. I was rooting for, I hate Ian Gary. I don't mind Bilal Muhammad. I think Bilal Muhammad's okay. I think he's boring as fuck. But I fucking hate Ian Gary, so. I don't think there's anyone I'd root for. I don't think I'd ever root for Ian Gary. Ever. I don't think. If you get rage baited by Ian Gary, that's on you. I don't think it's rage bait. I think it's more like, God, this guy is so fucking annoying to listen to. And he's just being a cunt, you know? Just his voice is valid reasons to snap. Except, you're a champion. What are you doing? I just fucking, I want you to have sex with my wife. I don't like Ian Gary, bro. Ian Gary is very annoying. He is. That's just Ian Gary, you know. John Jones versus Ian Gary. I've kind of accepted that John... I don't know. Fuck. I don't know who I'd root for in that. I guess it'd have to be Ian Gary in that case. But I don't know, because Joe... I don't know. Fuck it. I hope double KO, even though they don't knock anyone out. Anyway, moving on. Peak moment right here, chat. I'm going to put this in peak. Yuri Prohaska announcing he's going to be having a baby child. Let's give it to him, chat. That's our guy right there. And yeah, starting a family, starting the next generation of Prohaskas. I wish it was me in them eggs of Mrs. Prohaska. Should have been me, but here I am anyway, living my life. At least I get to enjoy this from the outside, you know. If I can just pretend I'm a Prohaska, I guess. No way Ian Gary is worse than Jones. Gary is annoying. Jones is a real menace to society. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to root for either of them. I'd just be preying on both their downfalls. But then they'll probably, I don't know. Maybe I'll root for a draw. I don't know. Let's go for that. Let's go for that. I'm coming. Bro, every Yuri moment is either peak or cinema. So, that's true, actually. That is actually... You know what? Let's move this up. Let's move... Yuri graduating is now in cinema. You know what? Fuck it. No. Let me not put it in peak. I'm going to leave it in cinema. All right, what is this? Oh, this is Orabai knocking out Jack Hermanson. Yeah, I'm just going to put it. It was a crazy knockout, but I'm going to put it in nice. And I'm just going to move on. This is Waldo knocking out Gaziev. Sucked. You hate to see it with Gaziev, you know. Why you got to do our boy Shamil like that? I'm putting it in sucked. Here we go. We got a big one right here. This is cinema. I don't care. I'm going to put this in cinema. This is Horiguchi versus Tagir Ulubekov. Yeah, absolute cinema. Horiguchi back. We've been waiting for him to fight for fucking ages. Finally gets his fight. DJ's legacy aging like a fine wine right now. And yeah, made Tagir basically quit. Not quit, but he gassed out to fuck and then he got finished. Yeah, beat the fuck out of him, basically. Cinema, yeah, I think it's cinema, chat. I can't really go all the way peak, but I got it in cinema for sure. Just how good is DJ? And now that 11 win streak stays intact as well, so... All right, here we go. We got, all right, next best thing right here. Oh, no, I thought this would be the same card. All right, next card. We've got the peak that is. Oh, my camera's gone. Fuck. P. Yan versus Marab. 2. Yeah, this is peak. This is absolute peak. One of the best performances. Chat, this is the most locked in performance of the year. Won every round, maybe but one at the first round. But even the first round landed the best shot of the round. Yeah, fucking nearly made Marab shit his pants in the third round. Nearly had a prolapse on the cage with that body kick. And then even was putting it on him towards the end in the championship rounds as well. Love my Pookie. Peter Yan, he's adorable. He's so fucking cute. How do you not love Peter Yan? The coolest fucking fight. He's the coolest, most fun to watch champion we've got. Thankfully, we go into 2026 with Yan as champion now. Even though none of the male champions have title defenses, at least we got Yan. Our Pookie, he is such a Pookie bear. I love him. He's so adorable, bro. I love him so much. Do you see Hasbulla bite Yan? No, to be honest, I don't even like watching Hasbulla shit. I kind of don't even fuck with Hasbulla, to be honest. After the cat thing, the John Jones stuff, I'm like, fuck Hasbulla. JJ jealous of Yan and Yuri's wives. No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just jealous of the uterus Prohaska. I wish it was me and Mrs. Prohaska's eggs, to be honest. It should have been me coming out of her fucking vagina, you know? 9 months from now. Peter cuts up Marab, but I'm like, you know, I'm decades late. Peter Yan is one of the best well-rounded fighters of all time. I think he's I just think he's the most skilled fighter we have in our entire UFC right now. But either way, Peter Yan McGregor boxing. Yeah, I'd give it to Yan. I think Yan would piece him up, to be honest. Anyway, moving on. We got, what the fuck? Oh, sorry, this is Pantoja and Joshua Fan with the elbow snap. This fucking sucked. This is up there with like Aspinall eye post. Just fucking devastating to see. Even though one's just an illegal foul, the other one's just a fucking... But to be fair, Aspinall's fission's fucked as well. So they are both bad. But obviously, that one is a lot more gruesome. But this is right. I don't know why I'm comparing it to Aspinall. I should stop making it about Aspinall. Yeah, this just sucked. You hate to see it. Especially when like this was when everyone was fully... After the Kai Kara France, that's when everyone started to give Pantoja his respect. So this was kind of like his first fight with everyone really behind him. Everyone respecting Pantoja for the legend that he is. And yeah, kind of got fucked instantly. Even though like, and also we missed out on a banger fight. Would have been an absolute banger from what we got to see in the first minute of it at least. So, but yeah, unfortunate. My poor Pookie Pantoja. Yeah, well, at least one Pookie won on that night, you know. Anyway, let's move on because we're nearly done. All right, this is why I included Peyton Tower getting fraud checked. Because end of the year, comes back, looks better than ever. Fraud checking Henry Cejudo's Olympic gold medal. That's absolute fraudulent. And yeah, I don't want to hear anything about this anymore. Henry Cejudo, gold medalist, absolute bullshit. I'm going to put this in cinema, to be honest, because hear me out, chat. Listen, I had money on Cejudo. God only knows why I did that. I thought he'd be a good underdog, but that was terrible decision making on my end. Henry Cejudo, a double champion, Olympic champion gold medalist in freestyle wrestling, where he wouldn't go 10 minutes without mentioning he has a gold medal in Olympics, in wrestling in the Olympics. Named Triple C because of his 2 titles along with the Olympic medal. is now finding himself getting taken down by Frank Ocean's bum boy and a pole dancer. So credit to Peyton Talbot, looked great out there. But yeah, Henry Cejudo, absolute fraud. He's not even cutting it in my top 30 of all time. Used to call himself the greatest combat athlete of all time. Absolute bullshit. Yeah, absolute fraud. I don't rate him at all. But yeah, I picked Peyton. That was the right pick to make. To be fair, I just didn't. To be fair, I thought a lot of people did think he was going to win by knocking him out. Who would have thought he would just be taking him down, getting trips on him? Like, fuck me. Like, Cejudo was awful. I get he didn't have the range and he couldn't close the distance well enough, on the hands especially, but yeah, just looked fucking awful. Looked fucking terrible. Ruined his career, was a double champion, gave it up just to come back 2 years later to go on a 3-loss streak, get picked up by Merab and sent across the cage. And then on top of that, losing to a pole dancer that's taking you down. Fucking crazy. Henry was just Make-A-Wish kid. It's just lame as fuck. He just ruined his career. Ruined my outro as well. Anyway, Khabib's Telegram bullshit fucking commercial. That's an L right there. That's an L if I've ever seen one. I've seen Adesanya, Leon Edwards, John Jones, and Hamzat. I think Hamzat also got in on this. There's more fighters getting in on this. Any fighter that does it, even if Yan Aspinall does it, I'm still going to say the same thing. It's an L. Stop trying to sell us your fucking bullshit, fucking digital art. No one wants it. Actually, to be fair, your fans want it and they'll fucking defend it for some reason. Ruin the outro too. Yeah, it did ruin the outro a little bit. I might have to get rid of the outro at this point. Send 2-3 years prison, forget. Send 3-2. No, let's not even get into that. Anyway, this is the announcement of Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. Now, me personally, chat, I love to see it because I'm biased. But I guess it's an L. I guess the MMA world would say this is an L, right? I don't know how you feel about it, chat. I would say I love to see it. I love seeing Paddy Pimblett get a title shot on easy mode. I'll take it. But Ian trying to fight a Russian and will get mauled like his idol. Probably. I think he's going to lose to Islam anyway, so L. Yeah, I think it's an L. But I like it. I'm obviously rooting for Paddy Pimblett. I'd even root for him against Ilya, so. Coming up next, this is kind of following the Islam. To be fair, I left this a bit late, but this is kind of following the Islam Makhachev thing. This is MMA Guru crashing out, the whole crash out and then the cancellation of the podcast or the breaking up of the podcast. I'm going to say this is MMA moments because here's the thing. In any other sports, here's the thing. Like him or not, I like Guru. I find him funny. I don't watch all of what he says. I don't agree with all he says, but I like Guru. I find him funny. I think he makes funny content. But here's the thing. I don't think you're ever really going to find in other sports where one of the greatest of all time is doing a podcast with a fan. Yeah, that was the cool concept behind it all. That was a cool. I actually like the concept of the show. I only watched the first episode, but like it seemed like a good show. What was I going to say? Yeah, and only in MMA would it get fucking cancelled because the co-host can't resist the urge to keep calling fighters inbred. So only in MMA you would get that. So I'm going to put that in MMA moments for sure. Along with that, I'm going to put Conor McGregor being an absolute crash out at bare knuckle boxing, pulling up to his own fighters while he's trying to promote them. Yeah, and getting in Mike Perry's face saying shit like, you'll dance for me, boy, and all that shit. So I'm going to put that in MMA. I mean, this is a Conor McGregor moment, which in other case is basically code for MMA moment. Moments like this make the UFC. This is the thing about MMA and UFC. This is what I love about it. Even though to be honest, as fans, we have to accept MMA even today it's a degenerate sport. It really is a degenerate sport. There's really cool fighters. A lot of them are cool. There's a lot of cool fans. But MMA is just such a ridiculous sport. It's so hard to actually take it all that seriously. It is such a silly, if you spoke to someone that's never watched MMA, you could just tell them the most random fun facts. And there was a fighter one time and he started crying on stage because the other fighter exposed him for jerking off his dog, and then he beat the fuck out of him the following night. Like, there's so much weird shit. There's a champion with a dog fetish, you know. There's a champion that's failed 4 drug tests, and he beat his wife one time, and he has multiple DUIs, and he actually cheats in his fights. But he's regarded as the greatest of all time. There's so much weird, out of context shit you can say about it. To be fair, even in context, it's ridiculous, but Conor found with blood in his coke system. Yeah, true. That is true. Oh, God. Fun fact, John Jones is a cheating duck. That is a fact. That is a fact. Connor sneezed and an 8-ball flew out. All right, we're getting to the end here, chat. Let's finish this up. I think the context makes it worse. Yeah, I know the context does, but like, chat, you must have done this because I'll have friends that don't watch UFC and I don't try to get them into it, but I'll just say some shit like, what's some crazy shit that happens? I'll be like, I'm trying to think of a weird scenario. Something like the Adesanya dog shit or like, I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know. There's so much weird shit. It's hard to even think on the top of my head. But like Adesanya, there's a champion. He jerks his dog off. You know. How many left? We got like 6 left to do. They're random ones as well. Just tell them Yuri's a goat. They'll never know. Yeah, you could tell them so much McGregor shit. Like, yeah, McGregor did this. Yeah, you want to know what McGregor did this week? He punched the old man in the bar. Oh, yeah, there was this story that this woman was on these yachts partying with him, and then the next day when they were sobered up, apparently McGregor kicked her in the stomach and threw her off the boat. That's actually a police report by some woman. I don't believe her at all. I think that's an insane... If you listen to the report, it is funny as fuck. It's so weird how they write it. Jisoo, do you have it... Sorry, Jisoo, do you have advice on getting good at editing? My advice to get good on editing is everything you edit... just try and make the next thing better. Just try and take your time and really... I don't know, the way I used to think of editing is I try and think how I want a video to go, and then I would learn how to edit it like that, basically. And then every video I try and make better than the last, in a way. But I don't know, I can't really get to... It's a lot of trial and tribulations when it comes to editing. It's basically what it is. It's very tedious, but yeah, that's basically it. Is there a video of it? Nah, not a video of the woman jumping on the yacht, but there's a report of it. Anyway, let's wrap this up, shall we? John Jones on the red carpet with his own assistant asking him questions because no one else cared to ask him any questions. Straight L, another common John Jones L right there. Dana White, this is Dana White having a midlife crisis, saying shit like type shit. So that's going to go L. I even have it here, chat.
There was a couple of years there where I was actually in the air more than I was on the ground. Type shit. Together. Yeah.
This guy is a fucking midlife crisis, bro. That's an L for Dana White. We have Demetrius Johnson with Death Sentence. The whole collaboration. I like Demetrius Johnson. I know a lot of people are turning on him. I still like Demetrius Johnson. I don't like the Death Sentence thing. I feel like it's kind of capitalizing on people on the spectrum. Let's just say that. It's an MMA moment. I wasn't even trying to plan it on putting it there, but it's one of the greatest to ever do it, just hanging around with this fucking guy. You know, it's such an MMA moment. Which, by the way, we're going to have Death Sentence getting finished in his most recent fight. I guess you got Demetrius Johnson as your coach and you're getting finished. So, in Street Beast, no less. Adesanya and Pereira becoming friends again. Or not again, but like they're becoming friends. I'm going to put it in love to see it. I'm going to put next to Adesanya's Imavov fight. I'll put it in love to see it. You do love to see it. And along with Adesanya becoming friends with Robert Whittaker. Again, love to see. How do you not love to see it? You know what I mean? Wholesome moments in MMA. Like him or not, it is wholesome to see. You know, you love to see it. And this is new, so some of you might not have seen this, but this is actually from today. Jamal Hill telling Joanna Jędrzejczyk he's going to knock her out if she keeps harassing his woman. So... yeah, that's the MMA moment if I've ever seen one. And that is the tier list, guys. That's all I've got. I may have missed a couple things, but I think I did a good job of remembering as much as I could, right? I feel like it's a good list we got here. We got a lot. This is like 115 things, I think it is. Something along those lines. I need to see that video. Rare Hill W. I know people, to be fair, I don't think he was going to knock her out. I think he's just taking a stance of like, if you are going to actually harass my woman, I will have to knock you out, you know. No, it's like you're not going to attack a dog, but if a dog is going to attack your child, you're going to have to fucking tell the dog what's up, you know. W tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed the tier list. You know, it was fun to do. 3 hours flew by pretty quickly, to be fair. I can keep talking. I keep yapping for a little bit, to be fair. I can stay on for a little bit, but yeah. So I'm just checking on what's going on here. Great stream. Yeah, I hope you guys... I think this is a better stream than last time. You know, we should be improving the streams. Hopefully I need to stop speaking so fast, though. I need to slow down my speech so I can speak a bit more coherently. You're the man. Chat, you're always too kind to me, to be honest. I feel like in everyone else's chats, they're always so mean to the person, but chat's always so nice to me for some reason. Get your dick out. All right, never mind. I said that too soon. I can't get it out. I don't want to... I mean, it is out, but I can't get it out on camera, you know. It's not out, by the way, YouTube, if you're listening. Peak tier list. Yeah, I don't know what I'd say at the high... Obviously, peak is like... Those are the great... I mean, to be honest, if we look back on 2025... If I should leave this stream up public so we can just look back on the moments. It's all kind of laid out here. But best moments of the year. Volkanovski, we got champion again. Beautiful moment. Tony getting a win. These really are the highlights of the year right here, which Yuri Prohaska announcing the child of his baby is, you know, that might be the greatest of them all. Dustin Poirier. You know what? Dustin Poirier getting the best dad ever belt from his daughter. Most wholesome moment of the year for sure. Yan against Marab. Most locked in moment of the year. JDM versus Bilal. I don't know what I'd call this, but it was a glorious day. Marab versus Umar. What a way to start the year. That's the first title fight of the year as well. So that's one of the most enjoyable ones as well. Pereira versus Ankalaev 2. 80 seconds to redeem everything. What a beautiful time that was. And the greatest hate watch of them all. Diego Lopez versus Silva. And obviously, Yuri Prohaska crying of joy with Pereira knocking out Ankalaev. And then we got Volkov being the end of Almeida's fucking reign of wet blanking terror. We should watch my pro MMA highlights, for real. Maybe next stream. I'm too tired. I am too tired at this point. I've gone through this whole fucking bullshit right here. Bro, I promise you would watch my... Send me the highlights again and I'll pull it up for next stream. But I can't... To be honest, I can't even promise that because I always fucking forget this shit. JG, the people's champion of MMA YouTube. I mean, I don't know. Maybe someday. Maybe next year when I upload a lot more, I'll be streaming a lot more. But now that we got 6 weeks off, I'll also do a lot of content. To be honest, I actually think I'll thrive more with the 6 weeks off. Because I think I'll make some longer video essay type videos now. Instead of like, I was spamming a lot of predictions recently, which I do like doing the predictions, but I think I'm going to slow down. I mean, I'm going to have to. The next one will be Gaethje and Paddy, so... You leaving? I just got back. I can yap for a bit, Miller. I can yap for a bit. I mean, the end of the tier list is done, but try to collab with Guru at some point. I wouldn't mind collabing with people. It's just a thing of like, what would we collab on, you know? I don't know what I would collab on with people, but I would be down to collab with whoever. I'm just not really going to go out of my way to like ask for a collab. Long form videos were great. Yeah, the 30-minute video did do very well. I don't know if it's because it's an Ilia Topuria video, but I do think if you make long videos, I think if you make videos anyway, but you can make them longer, I think they do better because you get more watch time on them. So, is this your full-time job now? Will be next year when we hit 100K. I think we hit 100K next year as well, 100%. I think we got 100K in the bag next year. I think we're 17K off now, so yeah, we should hit it next year for sure. We need all fighters tier list next stream, JG. Well, I mean, I can't rank all. I'll be sat here for like 12 hours straight. I can't be doing that. I don't know what the next. I do want to do some video tier lists, but I should do some more streaming ones as well. I don't know which ones I'll do for the stream. I have one as a video idea, but I don't know what the next stream one will be. Maybe we can do, to be fair, I think the stream ones should be ones where I can have a lot of things in the tier list. Maybe the video idea ones would be where there's like 20 things to rank. But anything over like 50 things to rank, I'd probably put on a stream. All top 10 ranked, maybe? Nah, I don't know. I prefer like ranking moments or like kind of, I don't know what we can do. Maybe, I don't know. We can figure some stuff. We can figure some stuff though. You could do a Yan appreciation video. Yeah, I was thinking maybe like a Yan comeback video, like the greatest comeback in MMA history. Actually, you know what? We've had some crazy comebacks. Volkanovski, Yan. We've had some good comebacks this year. Fat Fighters tier list. I thought of doing a Fat Fighters video, but yeah, I didn't finish that one. I probably should. I don't know. Maybe it comes off a bit wrong if I do a Fat Videos tier list. Not tier list, but video. But maybe we could do a tier list of it. Guru Fight Companion would be good, but only if it's natural. Don't force it. Maybe I could be one of the ones that come in like here and there. I don't think I'd do that. I wouldn't be good to do the whole... I like doing the companions myself anyway as well, so... Dream Fights ranking. You know what, chat? Maybe we can do like most anticipated fights for next year. Maybe we could do that or something like that. Maybe we can do some tier lists. We've got like 6 weeks to go anyway. Do a hottest fighter tier list. That's not, I don't think that's my type of thing though. I don't think I'm the type of guy to do that. I don't know. I will be sad if Volkanovski gets... You know, actually, I do have some tier list ideas. It's just which ones do I do for streams and which do I do for videos. Because obviously the video ones will be edited, but I think the stream ones would be ones where there's like so much... Because I could not do this as a video. This would not be a video at all. There's way too much here to edit up. I'd be there for like fucking hours on end. Merab number 1, hottest... I mean, this is a 3-hour stream, so God only knows how long the video would be. Worst fighters instead of GOAT list. Maybe, but I don't know. There's not too many. That would be a video though. I don't think there's too many to do worse. I don't know. We don't have to think of it right now. We can come up with ideas anyway. The fewer things to rank, the better for a video. Other way around. Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure. I think so for sure. I've got ones for video ideas, but like I don't know. We're gonna have to think of stuff for. I don't know. Maybe we could. I don't know. We'll figure some. We'll do some anyway. Maybe you could do a sad end of Merab. I don't think that, but I don't think I think more people are happy with Yan winning than I think most people don't care about Merab winning. I think most people respect Merab. Like I still like Merab. I'm a fan of Merab, but I think most people just kind of like indifferent on Merab. To be fair, I do think a lot of people that were fans of Merab were fans because he was winning. I think if he doesn't win, I think he's going to lose a lot of fans, which is unfortunate. But I just think that's how it's going to be. Rank countries for producing fighters. Maybe we should rank... Oh, no. Maybe we do an aura tier list. Maybe we could do that. That'll be a lot of fighters. Maybe we could rank countries based on their aura in MMA. Rank countries for... Oh, sorry, I already read that. It's midnight in the UK. Go to bed, bruv. Oh, no, it's 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. I'm good. But I will go to bed soon. I'm still a Merab fan. Yeah, I'm a Merab fan still. To be fair, he is still tough as fuck. Like... I don't know, the thing is with Merab is, Yan is just way cooler than Merab. He's more skilled than Merab. He is way cooler than Merab. He's way more fun to watch than Merab. But yeah, it is what it is. I think he would do better. I think the trilogy will be the closest fight they'll have. But yeah, I'm probably going to pick Yan to win that. I'm just finding it funny, all the Umar fans coming out like... Oh, Yan better keep hold of that belt for us. I'm like, bro, well, these Umar fans really see something in this guy, I swear. If Yan beats Umar, it'll be the funniest fucking thing I ever see next year. But I think he's going to fight O'Malley. I can see Yan versus O'Malley at the White House. That could definitely happen for sure. I actually think that is going to happen. Bro, you're still live? Go sleep already? Chat, why? I mean, if you want me to end the stream, I'll end the stream. Sean O'Malley next for Yan. Yan owns Umar. I would pick Yan. If it was before the Merab second fight, I would probably pick Umar to win maybe. But after Umar's Batista performance and Yan's Merab performance, I'm going to pick Yan to win for sure. Stay daddy. Well, chat, if you, let's see, what are we on right now? Let's see where we're actually at now on the likes. Chat, we ain't even at if we get 200 likes, I'll leave the stream public. You know, we've got to at least get 200 or something. Do 2 more hours minimum, thanks. 2 more hours. I don't know if I can do 2 more hours, but I can do a bit more. Yo, just came in chat. What the fuck is going on? You came in 3 hours in, and we've just ranked every moment in the UFC's 2025 history. But yeah. I mean, even though we got a fight night coming up, I don't really see anything notable that's going to happen in the fight night. Chat, I don't think there's anything I missed that's all that notable. There's probably some funny stuff that happened, but... I don't think there's anything crazy I missed. Maybe the guy that showed the missing woman on the walkout that one time. All right, someone has to buy some bot likes. No, don't do bot likes, but if you guys can like the stream, would be appreciated. Laugh my ass off, good timing. We're just getting started. I don't know what else I can do for the stream. I'm just kind of killing time here right now, to be fair. We're just doing a kind of wrap up kind of. If anyone's got any kind of points for the tier list, maybe we can do some rearrangements or something. I don't know. Pitbull's disappointment entrance. Yeah, that's one I did forget Pitbull. Pitbull and Rodriguez I should have included. But it was a shit. That was a shit fight. Crazy that they tried to put it as a title elimination. And yeah, Yair was actually going to get a title shot. Fucking crazy. Jisoo, about to take over the MMA YouTube scene. Trust me. Hopefully. I mean, I don't have to take over, but hopefully I can just grow next year. I think 100K for sure next year. That would be my goal for next year. I think I don't know, maybe I could get it in the first half, but I think I should get 100K next year. Especially if I'm active, I should get it. Just go there, but this is officially the most autistic thing you've ever done. I've done some tier lists like this before. And now it could be a yearly thing. So we could do 2026 and we can see how they stack up. I was actually doing when I was saving all this. I was thinking to myself, I feel like MMA has more drama than what they actually had this year. I mean, you had as far as like drama goes, you had the whole Jackson stuff. You had the Jackson podcast, the Crash Out, Bryce Mitchell, Rampage Jackson making fools. Well, them shitting on Bryce Mitchell, Forrest Griffin, for some reason, apologizing for an entire race to Rampage Jackson specifically. And even Rampage Jackson didn't care. Yeah, the Roger Jackson thing was the biggest thing to happen. And then you just had shit like John Jones with a boner around Hezbollah, John Jones in a swimming pool with a bunch of men with a boner, John Jones smelling some man's hair with a boner. Yeah, a lot of John Jones L's. You need to do a condensed 2025 recap video. I don't know, I feel like if I leave this stream up, it's kind of just like here in all its glory, you know what I mean? I'm serious. I mean, this is maybe the most autistic thing I've ever seen anyone do. And my autistic brother can barely feed himself. This is not the most... I'll show you the most autistic thing I've ever seen on MMA YouTube. Chat, this is... I like... By the way, I like the... Let me load it up first before I say it. I like Anarchy MMA. I think this is the most autistic thing I've ever seen an MMA YouTuber do right here. This is the
dominated McGregor. Or how the memory of Khabib dominating McGregor back in 2018.
Basically, the premise of this video right here is can I move this? Oh yeah, let me this is the ugliest noses in MMA. So let me just fix this right here actually real quick.
Dominates the limited brain capacity of Khabib fans. But just to prove my point about Dern, I went into Photoshop and shrunk her nose. I didn't touch a single other thing about her face. And here are the results.
Chat, you can't tell me this ain't the most autistic thing. This is the most black-pilled content I've ever seen on MMA YouTube.
But noticeable. She's gone from a 4.5 or a 5 to a solid 7. And in Dern's case, getting a rhinoplasty would be a solid way of shaving a couple grams off that weight cut too. Now moving on to another...
Anyway, moving swiftly back on. Let me turn that off. Actually, let me put it back on the tier list though. There we go. Let's go for that. You've got the Kevin Holland 4570. No, it's in here. I got the Kevin Holland 4570. It's it's right here. I even played a bit of the podcast. I forgot how much of a cunt Kevin Holland was actually being to Rampage when he told him to shut the fuck up, and how Rampage has an ego, and I don't know, I thought it was lame as fuck by Kevin Holland. I forgot how much of a dickhead he was actually being. Yo, JG, do some gaming videos. I do, chat, to be honest, chat, I mean, for those that watch the streams enough, I've said I do think I will do like a gaming channel one day. The MMA channel will always be the main channel, especially when I'm gonna post more before I do anything else. But maybe I'll do a gaming channel someday. I'll do like some retrospective videos, video essay type things, probably I'd imagine. But I can play video games on stream and stuff, like I did that one time as well. Love Microsoft. What video is that? That would be Anarchy MMA's. Anarchy MMA's the ugliest noses in MMA. So he's got Rosas Jr. He's got Marab. Fucking, what is this fucking video, bro? And then, yeah, there you go. That's Anarchy MMA right there. Doing some of the most interesting content in MMA, to be honest. Second channel would have yearly uploads. Miller, you've been saying this about me, but like, I've been uploading pretty recently quite a lot. I think in the last couple of weeks, I've done like 5 uploads. And one of them being 30 minutes as well. So JDM definitely there. Yeah, but I like JDM's nose because it kind of gives him aura how fucked up it is. JG Gaming would be elite. I'd probably call it JG3 to be fair, but I don't know. Fight me in UFC 5. Now, I kind of fucking hate UFC 5, so I'm never going to... I'll wait for UFC 6, and hopefully it's any better, but I'm not really holding my breath on UFC 6. I think it's going to be shit as well. JDM nose? Yeah, but I like JDM's nose. I think it's kind of cool, to be honest. It just does give him aura, in my opinion, you know? Autism, the best base for MMA. Yeah, Yuri Praska, Arnold Allen, Jean Silva. Who else? Who else we got? There's a lot. There's a lot in the mix, to be fair. Maybe a video about fighting nerds rise and fall in the same year. I think people have already done that video, though. Also, I mean, Carlos Prates is like the last kind of nail in the coffin. Like, he's the last one holding on to any hope for them. I don't know who people... Actually, to be fair, Sean Silver still is very good. But if he loses to Arnold Allen, then, like, the title kind of ambitions are kind of put on hold for a while. So, Carlos Prates is the... You know what? Everyone's favorite, most ambitious fighting nerd is always the one that's closest to a title shot. It'll be Brohalo, and then it'll be Rufy, and then it'll be Silva, and then it'll be... At the minute, it's Carlos Prates probably closest to a title. Actually, maybe Brohalo. No, sorry, it'll probably be Carlos Prates, right? But he's probably not even going to get one anytime soon because Usman will get a shot, Gary will get a shot, and Morales is ahead of him as well. But yeah, to be fair, your upload frequently isn't bad. It's just not consistent. But it's getting there. We're getting there, at least, you know. Where is Heis, for fuck's sake? Yeah, I haven't seen him today. But, you know, shout out to Heis. That's one of the day ones right there. Evloev. I don't know what you mean by Evloev. You just kind of randomly said it, to be honest. I don't know what to make of that. Ilya also probably gets a shot. Oh, at welterweight, yeah. I do believe that Ilya's going to fight Paddy Pimblett come maybe the second half of 2026. Maybe he could even be on the White House card, to be honest. But I'm not saying he will, but he's going to fight. That'll be the only Ilya fight this year. And I think he'll try and line up early 27, move to welterweight. He'll definitely just beat Paddy and then move to welterweight. Because he's going to be one of the biggest stars, if not the biggest star. He's going to like drop the belt and just move up. What the UFC aren't going to say no. You know, he's going to do the same thing he did when he moved to lightweight. Which when he moved to lightweight, he said he's not going to fight a contender. He's just fighting for the belt. And they give him a title shot. So, John Jones Duck. Absolutely, he still is. I still love Moreno. I still love Moreno. I like Moreno a lot. Some would say I look like the British Moreno in a way. Especially if I had my stubble out a bit more. Actually, I think I kind of do. It's weird me and Moreno kind of had the same kind of facial hair genetics. I don't get it. Yuri Braska is my uncle. I'm Czech. That's pretty fucking cool. I wish that was me, to be honest. I wish I had an uncle like Yuri. G2, who do you think is the next triple champion? You know what's funny, chat? I saw someone post who's the most potential to become triple champion out of Makachev, Hamzat, and Pereira. And weirdly enough, even though I think Pereira's the least skilled of all of them, he is the most likely to become a triple champion. Like if he just moves up to heavyweight, he could just land and like especially if there's a vacant title, he could beat Cyril Gane. He could beat Waldo. You know, I think Aspinall's still a tough task for him, but he could catch Aspinall. Aspinall's still gonna run into fucking jabs and shit. So, J2's alter ego. J2, quick ducking. What's Mighty saying? I don't know what I'm ducking. I don't see a Mighty comment. I don't understand. It's the part of the stream where chat gets gay. Get your dick out. By chat, you mean yourself, I see. I approve you as a Czech. You know, us Europeans, you know, we're one of the same. Some would say, maybe, I guess. But shout out to the Czech, you know, the Czech Republican people, I guess is the way you'd say it, right? Who is going to featherweight champ 1 year from now? Oh, sorry, who's going to be featherweight champion 1 year from now? I can only dream it would be Arnold Allen. Maybe Leroy Murphy. I don't know. I know it seems Volkanovski's not going to retire now, but I can't see him being champion for much longer. Even if I think he's going to beat Lopez, but then I kind of find it hard to believe he's going to just keep being champion. But next year could be Murphy. I'm going to go Leroy Murphy as champion, to be honest, for next year. Maybe that's just me being biased, but I'm going to go Murphy. I'm probably picking to beat Evloev as well, if I'm being honest. So, but that's biased on me as well. So, is this the part of the stream where it gets freaky? Now, usually that part is where I notice it gets freaky, so I just kind of end the stream from there. Volkanovski, I think he will lose. Yeah, I mean, he's got to lose at some point, right? I mean, he's getting up there now. He's 37, I think, so I know he only has so much time left. I think he has enough in him to beat Lopez, but I don't even know how he's going to show up as well. So, to be honest, Pereira would be barely in the GOAT debate. He would barely be in the GOAT. I mean, you mean as of right now? I don't know I don't know. When people say, like, people talk about Pereira being in the GOAT debate, I don't really see anyone actually say he's a GOAT. I just see people making cases for him being, like, top 10, which I don't think he is top 10. I think he's, like, top 15, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. I actually don't like judging GOAT status when people are actively fighting. Because it's not just the champions that are actively fighting, but also their opponents are actively fighting. Like, I don't know, you can get some wins on your resume and some title defenses, and then that fighter will go on a losing streak, and then people will start being like, well, he was a bum. And then people will look back on that champion's resume and be like, well, he just fought bums. Look at Adesanya's resume. Look at Usman's resume is Colby fucking... most of his resume is Colby, Burns. No, it's just Colby, Burns, and Masvidal, you know? And what Masvidal did nothing after Usman. Colby did nothing after Usman. Other than beat Masvidal, that did nothing after Usman. Burns didn't really do much after Usman. It's just like kind of aged like... I get there wasn't much contenders for him, but that's kind of a lie that people even say that, because the rematches with Colby and Masvidal were all while Leon Edwards should have got the title shot. So like it was just kind of... I think his resume is kind of bullshit in a way. Jizu, you're my favorite background yapper. I appreciate that. I'm glad you think so. I feel like I yap a lot of nonsense, but as long as you appreciate it, I'm glad. If he gets triple champ, Pereira would be barely in top 5. No, if you win 3 belts, you have to be in the top 5. Like, I feel like if you win 3 belts, you automatically... Chat, I don't know how people think about great, but if you're talking about greatest of all time, if you win 3 belts in 3 different divisions, you have an argument to be the greatest. You've been a champion of 3 different divisions. No one's doing that. You have an argument for the GOAT at that point. Jizu is our favorite yapper. It makes me feel good you guys enjoy listening to me talk a bunch of nonsense. I'm glad you guys think so. We all agree Paddy destroying Gaethje, right? I think so, but is there like, let's see, is there people like voting on Tapology? I'd be interested to see what people are saying. Paddy, Pimlet, Justin Gaethje, Tapology. Let's see if people are voting. Most people are picking Pimlet right now. 67% for Pimlet. Most people going by sub. I'm actually thinking he's going to get... I think he's going to get a ground and pound finish on Gaethje. Maybe he gets a sub... Actually, I don't know, because if he does get a sub in, I'd imagine he's probably going to get it, because it's Justin Gaethje of all people, so... Paddy W, Gaethje L. I think so. I can't wait for it, to be honest. I'm actually... Thankfully that I'm biased and I've got this whole British bias that I've got going on. I think that kind of makes the companion that I will do for it all the more interesting. At least people will be interested to see me crash out. Also, chat, for those that weren't there, I was saying I'm thinking of doing, because Arnold Allen and Paddy are both fighting on that card, I'm thinking of putting up the 1-chip challenge again, but for both fights, because I actually have 2 of them. So even though I think Allen will probably lose and then Pimlet will win. But it would make for a funny stream at least. Paddy Fia Scouts... Mates, Scousers don't get fucking knocked out, lad. Mates, fucking hell, lad. Yeah, fucking kitchen counter, lad. Sorry, I was going to say fuck. Folk versus Paddy for the undisputed lightweight belt after Ilya retires in spring. I think we got to let go of Folk going up to lightweight. Especially if he beat Paddy and he won an actual, like, undisputed lightweight title at, like, 38. It's kind of like, well, this ain't going to last long. But yeah, I think, no, hang on. No, because Paddy Pimlet's going to win the interim. Ilya's just going to unify the belts, and then he's going to drop it, and then it's going to have to be... You know what? He's going to drop the belt, and then they're going to do Paddy versus Arman for the vacant belt. J2, please, you're too young to die. So let me read your previous message. Basically, we get to see who's going to get slept by Ilya next. Oh, in the interim fight, yeah. I don't know what the whole "you're going to die" thing means, but... to be fair, I've stopped drinking Monster now, so my heart has stopped doing that weird thing in the middle of the day where it just starts aching. So I think I'm getting healthier right now. A very cursed card. It's a good card. UFC 324, whatever it is. That is a good card, though. Because I hope Paddy does what Gaethje did to Ferguson on the same interim champion belt. Yeah, what is it? I think if Gaethje wins the interim belt, he'll be the first ever person to win 2 interim titles. Which is interesting because he actually stopped Tony Ferguson from being the first person to do it. So hopefully it's a curse and it's a sign that Paddy Pimlet's going to win. Ilya going to retire? Just wait, trust me. I don't think he does. I mean, he's going to unify. He's going to unify against Paddy Pimlet because he wants that fight. And then he's going to want to move up because it's just an easy chance to become the GOAT. Which I think is a bad idea from him. I think he's going to lose a welterweight, whoever he fights. If you eat, if I eat the 2 chips, yeah, but I don't think I'll have to. I think I'll only have to do 1. But I'll put my health in the line. I don't really care. Anything for the content, you know. Gaethje, the interim GOAT. Maybe, to be fair, we got to start. To be fair, if you win 2 interim titles and a BMF title, but not an undisputed, that's some GOAted legacy right there. Yeah, fuck energy drinks, bro. They are terrible for our hearts. Cup of tea. You're British. Yeah, tea is nice. I do like tea. But I don't know. To be honest, I can't even tell you why I stopped drinking Monster. It wasn't even like a conscious decision. Because I have tried before consciously, but it's so I couldn't make it past 2 days. But something just in me was just like, I'm kind of done with it now. I don't know why I just stopped doing it. So I haven't drank any in the last couple of weeks. I have no interest in drinking them either. I drink some Pepsi Max, but that's about it. What was JG2's origin? When I came out of my mother, or how far back do you want me to go? When I came out of my father? I don't, how far back can I go? I don't know. GG having the Connor reawakening. Yeah, but instead of like being a fucking cokehead and stuff, I just kind of like drinking energy drinks. Our champ is fighting soon. Brazilian flag. Who's that going to be? Oh, what? Diego Lopez. Sorry, I forgot because people claim him as a Mexican. So, yeah. JG willed himself into existence. Yeah, that's true. What came first? The JG or the 2? Start smoking instead of Monster. No, that'd be a lot terrible. I definitely wouldn't go that far, but, you know. Anyway, chat, I think I'm going to end it there. That's 3.5 hours right now. Yeah, I'm going to have to... I haven't actually started on a video, but I do have video ideas. So hopefully tomorrow I start on a video. Maybe I'll just keep streaming. As long as the streams do well, I can probably just keep fucking streaming, I guess. What's a couple hours out of my day, you know, just to yap to the boys. So maybe I'll just do daily streams. Fuck it, why not, you know? How dare you leave? Now I'm going to have to get some sleep. I am actually getting tired now. But I think I'll leave the stream up, just see how it goes. I'm going to see how a public stream goes. I hope it doesn't... My worry for public streams is I worry what it does for the algorithm with your actual... I worry it will mess up with my actual videos. So I don't know how it works like that. That's why I kind of prefer just making them members as well. But I'm not going to make all of them public. I think I might just leave the tier list streams as like public streams just because they're more like video-like. See you, my Pookie. All right, bye. I guess it's good for your body. Jeez, I really should sleep. I can't even speak. Have a good day, lads. I'll be on disc and online for a few more hours. Have a nice night, fellas. Daily streams in it. I'll see how I feel. It depends. If I'm not, to be honest, if I don't work on a video, I'll just go live for that day. I think that's how I'm going to do it moving forward. But even then, even if I'm working on a video and I'm not going to get it uploaded that day. I think on days that I don't upload, I should just stream. But anyway, chat, it was nice hanging with all of you. Nice doing the tier list. I'll leave this up so anyone can enjoy this. If anyone's watching this in the future, let me know in the comments. You fucking ain't got anything better to do with your time, you know? Fucking get a load of this guy. Am I right, chat? Anyway, fellas, love you all. Bye-bye. Leaving the tier list streams seems like the best option for the algorithm. Yeah, I feel like those are good streams to leave up. Like big streams, that would be good. But anyway, love you.